Hurry up, Slime.
Yeah. Like I'm packing a swisher. Money been rolling in like it's for dinner. Name me a hoe, any hoe, I don't miss her. I got no feeling, it's hard to remember. Sound like a vet to these other beginners. Start the beat, I be walking in winter. Ran up my cash, people think I'm a lender. Kicked out my snow bunny cause of my temper. Living my life sometimes felt like a genius. Done this before, deja vu, I've been seeing this. Niggas in second, I nickname them Venus. Can't hear these niggas, are they speaking English? Stay with the green, but the blue be the cleanest. Play with my money, you'll think I'm the meanest. She want relations, but don't think I peep shit. Thought it was sweet till I told her to leave it. Smoke all the peace, so I roll up the lemonade. Stay on the move, do whatever they give me pay. Look for my K, but don't need it to save the day. Sip on this drink, niggas sipping on haterade. You just an extra while I'm getting paid to stay. Line up the blunts of exotic, no taper fade. Attributes maxed out like I got a player made. Get bitches energy, something like Gatorade. If you know, you know, I be in and out of banks like a chauffeur drove. I got cash to my right hand, left is the pole. Making money while I'm asleep, so I'm dreaming some more. Cut her off, she gon' find in the street to be cold. Gave her back when she can't be receiving these hoes. And the drop top blessed be receiving these goals. I ain't selling shit forever, had a key to my soul, yeah. Rolling the dough like I'm packing a swisher. Money been rolling in like it's for dinner. Name me a hoe, any hoe, I don't miss her. I got no feeling, it's hard to remember. Sound like a vet to these other beginners. Start the beat, I be walking in winter. Ran up my cash, people think I'm a lender. Kicked out my snow bunny cause of my temper. I'm in the coupe with no service. Roll a blunt passing truckers who nervous. Looks deceiving but my eyes stay working. Ran the bag up, bitch did it on purpose. Some of my life one word, nigga, perfect. Say she wanna go back, now who hurting? I won't speak on the past, I got curtains. I'ma just run with the back and keep splurging. Plenty fakes but I'm me, I'm one person. I don't post on my story, they lurking. Only digging my back for a purpose. What the fuck I look like buying purses? All these hoes think they deserve a Birkin. Cause she get on her knees and start perking. Then go back to her friends and start chirping. Fuck a relations, I'm never determined. Niggas try to do what I do, you can't learn it. Beat always frozen, don't matter, I'm burning. Sound the alarm when I drop, that's a warning. I went to sleep and got head in the morning. 200 cuts, got a limited pouring. 200 thoughts in the spot, couple foreigns. How I be hitting from the back, have a snoring. City to city, a nigga is touring. I'm a hot boy like my nickname is Mercury. Sit on my ass doing nothing, don't work for me. Taking it slow, but the hundreds come urgently. Hope you got pencil and paper to learn this shit. Want me to talk, then I need my interpret fee. Proving her worth, so I'm making her twerk for me. My life is straight in this picture, no curving me. Fuck everybody, how I'm feeling currently. Rolling the dough like I'm packing a swisher. Money been rolling in like it's for dinner. Name me a hoe, any hoe, I don't miss her. I got no feeling, it's hard to remember. Sound like a vet to these other beginners. Start the beat, I be walking in winter. Ran up my cash, people think I'm a lender. Kicked out my snow bunny cause of my temper. Rolling the dough like I'm packing a swisher. Money been rolling in like it's for dinner. Name me a hoe, any hoe, I don't miss her. I got no feeling, it's hard to remember. Sound like a vet to these other beginners. Start the beat, I be walking in winter. Ran up my cash, people think I'm a lender. Kicked out my snow bunny cause of my temper.
What's good? What's good, chat? What's good? What's good?
Too many horses, yeah. Brody been learning a lot, now my nigga a fan of them Porsches, yeah. Coming in deep in the spot, we got dogs, we got apes and gorillas, yeah. Stuff in my pocket.
Salute to the chat. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let's make sure y'all can hear me in the area. What's good, Love Lace? I see you. Yeah, that's Mom Boss son, man. You know, I really rock with that music, man. I like his sound, so you know I always gotta show some love, man. Salute to him. Salute to the young man doing this thing out there. Hold up. All right, y'all, my bad. I had to mute some music in the background. But yeah, salute to the young man, man. I you know I love the music coming from him. Man, if you haven't already and you in the area, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button, man. When you're doing this positive content or content that ain't about arguing back and forth and drama and all that crazy stuff, man, they don't pull up like they do when I talk my shit. So it's up to y'all to help a brother out by making sure y'all hit that like button, share the content, do everything you can do to help Earz stay in the algorithm, so we can definitely spread the word, get new supporters, man, add people to the Wabbit Patrol, you know, when it comes down to just creating content. Now today I just found a new app that helps me clip up my live streams, man, and I tried it out right before I started this live, and I really like it. So I'm gonna get more into that, so I could definitely try to be able to put out some sweeter content, man. So some more clips and stuff like that. So y'all definitely get more ears to the streets. 2024, man, we trying to do a little bit better. We're trying to do a little better every year. Despise the haters. Now, y'all, of course, we're getting back into this YSL trial. I want to make sure I keep track of it because at the end of the day, when this trial is over, it's probably going to be the trial of the century. You know, of course, we got more trials that are coming up, but this trial is most likely going to be the trial of the century. And Earz want to know everything that's going on. I want to know, do we really get fair trials in America? You know, especially if you're a rapper, entertainer, and stuff like that. Are you really going to get a fair trial? So I definitely want to keep close eye on this trial. It's one of hip-hop's, it's going to be one of hip-hop's biggest trial outside of the P. Diddy trial. And, you know, what other trials we had that were major trials? Snoop Dogg, Tupac. You know, all the major rappers and everything that's had trials that we never got to see live on TV. We're getting to experience and watch this live and in effect and see how when these rappers are out here telling us how many people they killed, how much drugs they sold, what gang they're part of, does that stuff really come into account when it comes time to sit in front of that jury? When it comes time to sit in front of those prosecutors that are taking the word that you're literally saying and trying to put you behind bars about it? Because a lot of rappers, they try to make it a point of, I ain't capping in my rap. Everything that I say is real. But now when them folks want you to say, oh, so everything you were saying was real? Oh, no, I was just capping in my rap. That's what it's gotten to right now, y'all. Now everybody want to say, yeah, I was just capping in my rap. I was just capping. I wasn't serious. I really ain't did that to them people. I ain't do that. That wasn't me. Oh, man. Nah, that was you, homeboy. That was you. Remember? You shot 18 niggas. You sold bricks after bricks after bricks. You did all that, remember? Yeah. But anyway, let's get straight into the content, man. Ain't no use of waiting too much longer because, you know, I know y'all here for the content. So, like I say, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button on y'all way in. Y'all hit that like button on y'all way in. So, we're going to start off kind of where we left off the other day, because yesterday we had another situation where there was a lawyer that was missing. So y'all remember when the trial first started, the DA, she was the first person to miss a day. So now that the DA done missed a day, now everybody else feel like they can miss a day whenever the fuck they feel like it. Yeah, everybody feel like now they could just miss whatever day they fucking feel like it. They ain't got to come to court whenever they ain't got to come to court. So we're gonna start right here with what we went through the last time, because yesterday we had a day off. Somebody was sick. I was ready to record, but somebody in the courtroom was sick. So today we're gonna go over what happened today. And court wasn't that long today. The court wasn't that long today. They probably only testified for about 2 or 3 hours. They kind of got straight to the point. We're going through the cross-examination. Of course, we heard 2 days of the prosecutor drilling the co-founder of YSL, who is what his name is. I can't even think of the dude's name right now. But sorry, y'all. I was looking down, so I got to pull my avatar down, because every time I'm looking down, not looking at the screen, he over here doing all the crazy stuff. So yeah, we gonna go over what it was he already told, because he's the first person to come up here and actually tell. We seen a whole bunch of little, what they call what what they call it? All these little crimes that they went over. They was telling us about a dude they pulled up on a dude at the store. He had a couple of pieces of crack. We heard about, they pulled up on the store. They pulled up on Young Thug's brother. He was out there, what they called a trap. They seen a couple of guns. So it was an off-duty police officer that arrested him. We heard about the story about them robbing the lady from the strip club. As she was on her way home, they carjacked her. We heard about them pulling up on the guys that so-called carjacked her, and one of the guys ran through a gun, so-called threw up a gang sign right when he was pulling out, when he saw the police officer. We heard about, what other crimes we heard about? Man, we heard a whole bunch of little small individual crimes, and we was like, what this got to do with it being part of the gang? As soon as they got done with all those little small crimes, what did they do? They pulled up the co-founder of the gang, and they're going to get him to snitch first. So we're starting to see some more interesting things going on. I even heard them mention the guy who kind of sparked this whole thing off by his death, Donovan, what is his name? His name's Nut. His street name is Nut. So they even brought him up today. But before we get on to what happened today, let me give y'all a recap of what happened the last day we were in court, all the snitching that was going on. We'll kind of do a fast recap over what was going on the other day. Shout out to Cuff Boys, because I'm going to use him as a source. He kind of clipped out all the, empty talking and all the stuff like that, and kind of got straight to the good part. So we're going to start right here with Young Thug looking like he's I don't know. Young Thug acting like he don't really give a damn, because this man, I don't know who is picking this man's wardrobe, because they're not making him look like, hey, I want to be professional in this situation. This man coming in here, he got on his own brand, so I guess it's not a bad idea to try to be, I guess, promote your own brand, especially in this time that he's in right now. I guess, of course, he need all the money possible. He's going to need all the money possible, so, of course, he's going to sport his own brand. This is his brand right here, Spider. But you remember what we heard in the courtroom yesterday? The lady asked him, what did they call you? What did they call Young Thug in the trap? They call that trap, they call it the web, right? And they call Young Thug Spider. Now, Young Thug made a clothing brand called Spider, and he's in here rocking his clothing brand. And he once you see him take off this jacket, you're gonna see he has on another shirt that I don't think is a wise move. He has on another shirt that says something about sex. Like, damn, bro, you in court fighting for your life and you trying to put on these weirdo ass things. That's crazy. But anyway, let's go.
All right, so off rip on day 15, we got Thug with a Spider shirt on, or hoodie or something on, above his suit. Pretty interesting choice.
See, I'm not the only one noticed this. See, I haven't got a chance. I watched a little bit of Cuff Boys, but I knew he was gonna do a good job of breaking everything down, so I didn't watch it all the way through. But I did hear him say that. But I was already thinking that, because remember yesterday when we did the live, we was already saying that, like, why would you come in here with this kind of attire on? But I'm not the only one noticed. I'm pretty sure the jury noticed it also.
To wear to court, to be honest. I don't know about that one.
So all the guys that was rock crew, they was like older than me. Felt like it was time for me to start hanging around people my age. I was hanging around a whole bunch of older guys who I really didn't have nothing in common with. Felt like I didn't want to do it.
So as we've seen, when we reviewed it, we started off with him she asked him about the rock crew. And does anybody in here, is part of the rock crew? And we're going to be able to tell a whole bunch of lies, but at the same time, we can see a lot of stuff that he was saying was kind of honest. He's kind of been a little 60-40 right now.
Do that anymore. Hanging around the older guys are doing stuff that the older guys are doing.
That ain't the real reason.
Who is the we?
People who I grew up with, my age group, my brothers, all the names I gave.
Those people were not. Were those people founders of Young Slimer?
No.
You said we. So why did we, as you put it, need to rebrand to Young Slime Life?
Using the we word wasn't even like intentional. That's just the direction I was in.
Yeah, he was in a position where he was talking too fast. You know, sometimes when you just go to talking, you'll say something like, "Yeah, man, we did this and this and that," but you forgot that you was telling her that you was just the whole gang, pretty much. You and your brothers and your neighbors, and that all the old rock crew people, they were older people, and that when you and Jeffrey started YSL, Jeffrey wasn't in the rock crew. Now you're saying we wanted something different. We wanted to, you know, get away from the older cats. Who is this we talking about?
Answer your question to the best of my ability.
Not really answering the question to best ability.
Which of these defendants in this courtroom right now, members of YSL Young Slime Life, the gang?
Now, this was one of the toughest questions of the day because she was trying to make him snitch. Yeah, she was trying to get it up out of him.
All of them. Quay, Rod, other Quay, Thug.
Now, this the part of the testifying that will consider you a snitch. When you in here calling out people's name and you're calling Jeffrey by Thug, you didn't say, "Hey, that's Jeffrey over there." She asked you last week, "What do you call Jeffrey?" You said you call him your brother, bruh. Now, when she's asking you to call out the people, now you saying Thug. Hold on, you call him Thug now?
SB. And yeah.
You said Thug, so you do call Jeffrey Williams Thug?
Yeah.
What up? He's a
She was quick to jump on that. She remembered last week she was asking you, "What do you call Jeffrey Williams?" and you would not say Thug. Why? Everybody know him as Young Thug. All you had to do is say, "Yeah, I call him Thug. That's his rap name."
man. He called Jeffrey Williams Thug. You want to do that last week?
Does telling on your friends to a jury make you a rat?
I don't know.
Yeah. Telling on your friends make you a rat. And he up here talking about, "I don't know."
The rats are absolutely going to hate this announcement. But the rats don't run this city. We do.
This is not Ratatouille. Rats are not our friends.
Rats are your friends. Nigga, you is a rat. You is a whole rat. Soon as you just spoke out all them folks' name, that made you a whole rat. When you said all of them and started calling out people's names, yeah, that made you a whole rat. You was doing good before you got to Monday.
You don't know?
He doesn't know that telling one of your friends to a jury makes you a rat or not. Come on, bro. He's acting dumb, bro.
I don't feel like telling the
Yeah, he really acting dumb right now.
truth. Should make you a good or bad person.
It's everything why
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
YSL raps about make-believe.
I can't answer that. I don't know. I don't know if it's true. They can rap about the amount of money that they have, and I don't know the amount of money that they have.
I did not ask you if everything's true. I asked you if everything they rapped about is make-believe.
That is kind of a dumb question. Like make believe. Like I don't know.
That's a trick question.
I don't know if everything they're rapping about is true.
But they telling the truth or telling a lie. I don't know. I'm not in their head. I don't know.
Is Christian Eppinger a member of the Young Slime Life?
I really don't even know him.
I wouldn't mess with Christian Eppinger, dude. That guy's an absolute.
So this is the guy she asked, "Is this dude here a member of Slime Life?" Yeah, this nigga look like he done shot a couple of niggas. Oh, he's the dude that shot the cop. Oh yeah, you better not snitch on him. Hell nah, he the nigga that say alleged cop shooter Christian Eppinger receives a mid-sentence on prior conviction. Yeah, he already doing time. You don't want to fuck around and run into him up the road. And nigga like, "Nigga, you snitched on me. Even though I was about to do a life sentence, nigga, you still snitch." Yeah, he shot a police officer. He didn't want to tie him to YSL. So he's snitching, but he kind of not snitching, but he really snitching, but he not snitching. He's snitching on who you want to snitch on.
Dude, savage.
I seen him.
Does he have YSL tattooed on his face?
I don't know. I don't even feel like I've been that close to him.
He's answering questions a lot more quicker than last week. Not acting as.
I want to point outside. Y'all notice how he said, "Does he have YSL on his face?" And you're like, "Nah, I don't know if I've been that close to him." Now watch when she start asking about Young Thug's tattoos. That nigga gonna know every tattoo Young Thug got him. Oh, I think he got YSL on his chest. How you know what a nigga got on his chest? But you can't see a nigga face.
It's dumb. I think someone talked to this man over the weekend saying that he was risking getting his plea taken away or something because he's like cooperating a little bit more now.
Whether there are other members of Young Slime Life that you associate with. Would you tell jury the names of those people?
Outside names.
Do you associate with Montavious Greer?
Yes.
How often?
Often?
Is
Thug's brother.
Spontaneous Greer, Young Slime Life?
Yes.
Is he a member of Young Slime
Oh yeah, he identified Thug brother, so he gonna tell on Thug and his brother.
Life gang?
Yes.
Is Spontaneous Greer Thug's brother?
Yes.
What about Kenneth Copeland? What do members of Young Slime Life call Kenneth Copeland?
Kenneth Copeland is YSL Woody. We did the video on him. Remember he went into the interrogation room and snitched on everybody? All that nigga wanted was some McDonald's. Oh yeah, he tying the whole gang together.
Woody?
Woody?
Yeah.
Kenneth Copeland, or Woody, is a known snitch. He snitched like on camera, told the cops so much shit apparently. There's a video of it, but I watched it like, I think it was like a year ago now or something. It got released.
That Young Slime Life is an organization made up of 3 or more members or associates who have committed crimes intended to increase the notoriety, street credibility, and reputation of YSL.
Yes.
Thug has sex records on his long sleeve. I know that was his whole theme at one point, was trying to.
Nah, this don't make no damn sense, y'all. Y'all think everybody couldn't notice the highlighted sex records? Like, this ain't a time to promote your brand. And if you gonna, this your brand, bro. What type of nigga make collared shirts, dress shirts, and put sex records on them? Like, come on, bro. Whoever brought this man his wardrobe, they didn't think this through. Go find the man best shirts. Go find his best suits. And bring the man some shit that he could, nobody's looking at him crazy in the courtroom about. Shit, wow.
Thug has sex records on his long sleeve. I know that was his whole theme at one point, was trying to change his name to Sex, but wearing it in court in front of the jury doesn't seem like a good move.
I've done things, increase the notoriety or furtherance in the rest of the question.
What things, what crimes have you
They can't even fit how I'm stacking my chips up. Yeah, I'm with the gang and I'm whipping the phone. It's a night to remember. Yeah, working my way to the top every year. I'm a sight a new dealer. Tony Montana. Life is a movie. Yeah, make it look easy. I really be winning. Tony Montana. Niggas is mad that I'm up, so they hate me and call me the villain. Tony Montana. Don't give a fuck about you, cause you are not my family.
All right, we got past the commercial.
the notoriety, street credibility, and reputation of YSL?
So I sold drugs and carried around illegal firearms.
How did those things increase the notoriety, street credibility, and reputation of Young Slime Life?
I don't know if it actually increased, but my approach was to make it known that YSL was selling drugs and went to.
Now, he tried to walk a thin line. He tried to walk a thin line by, saying stuff like, it was what he was doing that kind of made YSL push the game for it. Like, these are little white lies that he might not think they're important, but, these people are going to be taking note.
Protect the selling the drugs with the firearm.
Oh, this boy he's snitching, right? Like, this is straight up snitching now, right? People are trying to say he wasn't snitching. He's snitching now. He has a different demeanor. He's evading a little bit, but he is answering stuff now straight up. You also have to remember the prosecutors to prove that these guys committed crimes and furtherance of the gang, to push the gang pretty much. He just admitted he did that. Like, that's straight up what they have to prove.
A location where YSL sells itself.
Yes, that's why I sold my drugs. Some say I had down there, some say I had up the street.
He's intentionally evading snitching on specific crimes other people did.
I was selling drugs.
Who are the other two people, since you said in this acknowledgement that 3 or more members or associates of Young Slime Life have committed crimes?
I really thought that I would use myself.
See, this is where he gonna mess himself up at, because this is part of the your plea agreement. You got to tell us the crimes that the other people that are considered part of the gang has committed.
That I counted as the 3. I had a friend who passed. He was a member of.
Use myself. I count as the 3 people. Oh, he is just bullshitting on this part, bro.
I gave you 3 names. I told you asked me to give you 3 names.
Ms. Love, before you pose more questions, I believe we have some folks who need to take a comfort break. So we're
Oh, it's just getting good. Fuck the like that was a crime.
In front of YSL?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Darius, naming 3 people who sold drugs with me, and we often let it be known. Well, they often let it be known that they wanted to do what I was doing. That's what I was doing.
So he pretty much tried to throw some dead people on the bus and thinking that's gonna, that's gonna fix the situation.
Increasing the notoriety, and by them saying that they want to do the same thing with me, that's what gave me my factual knowledge. So I feel like it made people notice us because we had nice clothes, we were dressing nice, and we had money.
Point to the jury where you are on that photograph.
I'm in the back.
And what is it that you're doing with your hands?
It looks like I'm pointing up.
What color is the hat that he was wearing?
Red.
What color is the hat that you are wearing?
Red.
Last week he would not answer that. He is answering 2 people on the bus that are.
Is it colored in red?
Yes.
Does it have a B in the middle?
Of course, we definitely seen all this where he tried to lie about his tattoo. He tried to lie about the colors, what it stand for. He tried to give an explanation about why he got that tattoo. He's saying he got it in juvenile. His friend wanted to fix it for him. So his friend, when they asked what it stand for, he like, oh, it stand for boo. Like, nigga, you would have been better off just saying it stand for boss, bro. He tried to act like he don't know what the 5-point star means. You know, we're going to skim through this. Then they showed him some pictures of him and 2 of the guys that are accused of murdering Nut, who is the other gang leader, which sparked this whole thing. So he's in the picture with 2 guys that are pretty much accused of murder. Just showing the connections of him to those guys, and then they're gonna try to show the connections to them and Young Thug. Then they asked him that gun sign that he's throwing up with crossing up. That's to the Blood game. That's paying a homage to Pistol Pete, which is the leader of the Sex Money Murder gang, and they're trying to, you know, tie him to that gang, but he's already admitted that he was claiming that gang, but he was false claiming. So he's trying to make them like, hey, I was acting like I was a gang member, but I never got jumped in. So we went and started our own gang. So I'm kind of skipping through because we did already go through this, and now they're showing the video that he made where they're showing Young Thug. This is his video, but Young Thug is in his early videos. This is a young Thug. He got on the shirt that says Molly High. Molly High. And in that video, they was throwing up all kind of blood signs and all kind of signs and all that stuff like that to show their affiliation. And you know, those old videos tell a lot, especially when they're throwing up this sign right here, which is, you know, the sign that she's asking about. You know, of course, he's trying to keep it cordial and say, hey, that's just for a gun. But they know what these things are when they asking. There's asking about colors. Hey, what color is that hat he got on? You know. But this boy should be on, man. He had early features from Young Thug, showing he's having to identify that this is a blood sign. These are blood colors. Can't get away with it. Hold on. I'm just trying to go through this, y'all, because we're trying to get into today's testimony.
Just because he's mentioned in one bar of a song, that is.
And we associated.
He wants them to say
So
they're
of
part
course
of
they
the
wanted
wise.
to know who all these guys was in the picture. They want to know every one of these pictures. This why you got to be careful with who you take pictures with. You know, dudes throwing up gang signs. Now this is a picture of one of his friends that he's saying is dead. Remember the one guy, one of the 3 guys he's saying he started the gang with and he was committing crimes with, they were selling drugs with. So that's his involvement in the furtherance of the gang. This is that guy right here. Now remember that officer that came up and he told us, well, he told the jury that he was passing by a store. He pulled up to the store. Some guys started running in the store and he went into the store. And one of the guys, he had a little bit of weed on him. They let him go. The other guy, they let go. And then they had a third guy that went into the game room. And when they went into the game room, they brought him out, asked him some questions. They went and looked in the game room, and they found a little gram of crack cocaine. Remember that story that the officer was telling? That's this guy right here. That's also the guy that he was just referring to was his friend that, you know, they were selling drugs together. That's how they were further in the gang. And he's the guy that's dead now. So this is the guy that's dead now, from my understanding. I could be wrong, but from my understanding, this is the guy that's dead now. But he was the one that got caught with the little gram of crack that the officer came and told, you know, about. And this is pretty much who they're asking him about right now.
I want to get too far into it because I know he's close to you, but how did Mr. Ford die?
Yeah, this is definitely the guy that got killed. So, and this is the guy that he's referring to and say, hey, you know, that's the guy that I used to do my crime with. Because he knows they can't go and interview him. You can't interview a dead man.
Oh, he got shot.
And Mr. Miller?
Yeah, he got shot too. Cross.
Oh, we're getting cross.
So the 2 people that he's mentioning, they got killed. So he's saying that's how they were furthering the game.
Cross today? Oh, let's go, dude. I didn't know we were getting cross today.
Your 2 brothers and your grandmother, your mother's mother, your grandmother on your mother's side. Is that true?
Yeah.
So now we're getting into the cross-examine. So we've seen all of what the prosecutor is going to ask. Now, the prosecutor kind of made this guy look like a liar. He kind of looked like he doesn't tell the same truth. I mean, he jumps around as far, and they supposed to be making him look credible. They're not supposed to be making him look like a damn liar. So now you got to cross-examine. They don't have to try to make him look like a liar. Only thing they got to do is try to make it like whatever crimes he was doing, it didn't have anything to do with Young Thug. And what they want to try to do is they want to try to make him look like he's jealous of Thug. And the only reason that he's up here telling this stuff is to save his own ass, because he's about to get the Recidivist Act. If you're not familiar what the Recidivist Act is when you done got 2 or more strikes about the same type of crime. And now they have to give you the maximum sentence. My brother was facing this at one point in time. They was going to give him 15 years just for a little bit of crack cocaine. Not because of the crack cocaine, because it was his 3rd time getting caught with the damn crack cocaine. So they could label you a career criminal. So that's what this guy is facing right now. So you got a guy up here that his stories are inconsistent, and he's facing at least 15 years if he doesn't cooperate. What would he not say to save his own ass? So that's what the defense want to get to the jury. Are y'all gonna believe this dude? Really? Come on now. This the best they got? Niggas that's facing time and they gotta say their own ass, so they gonna just point the finger at my client? So now what he's gonna do right now, he's gonna try to show the jury, hey man, this dude here come from dirt. This nigga still live with his grandma. This nigga always been in trouble. All this nigga know is gang life. He's the gang member. He's the one that started the street gang. My dude started the music label. He was the dude that started the street gang, not my dude. That's the message you're trying to get across.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury know your grandmother, hardworking person, right? Yeah. You still live with her. Is that true? No, I stay with her.
I'm scared for this guy. I mean, he just said he stays with his grandma, and he low-key snitching up there in some parts. Some people would think he's snitching, and I'm sure.
You say that guy don't know if he want to ride for Thug or ride for the folk. Right. He trying to pick strategically who he ride for, because Thug ain't going to kill him. Thug might get him killed, but he worrying about the real niggas out there in the field. He don't want to be telling on the 30 Deep gang, which is a gang out of Mechanicville, so what they say, allegedly. He don't want to be getting caught snitching on the people who didn't get locked up in this whole RICO act. He's trying to tell on niggas that seem like they already got their time, or seem like they already fucked up. It ain't gonna hurt them anyway.
Some people know where his grandma stay at.
11 years of age when you went into the juvenile detention center in 6th grade. Were you approximately 2 years later, about 13 years of age, when you went back to school and lived with your grandmother and 2 brothers?
Yeah, that seems about right.
Okay. Did you know that Mr. Williams came to Cleveland Avenue from the Jonesboro South Apartment Complex close?
I've worked.
So they of course they're gonna go through his background a little bit, you know, try to paint this picture. Okay, this is when you met Jeffrey. You ain't come out the mud with him, man. You ain't come out the mud with him. You just met him after he moved to your complex.
Yeah. Can you tell, ladies and gentlemen, jury? August. August 8th. Okay. No, you said it's in August? Yeah. Is that what you said? Okay. And
he asked him, do you know this man's birthday? This nigga know a nigga birthday, bro. Man, please. It ain't too many people's birthday I know. I definitely don't know no random homeboy's birthday.
What year compared to you, if you know? No. Well, I better know this that day. I don't know the year. That's okay.
Nah, he only been on the stand. I think this is 3rd day, going on 4th day. Cause yesterday they had they didn't do anything yesterday. He was on there 2 days before that. So I think this is 3rd. Tomorrow will be his 4th, cause they ain't done with this wabbit.
Jeffrey, approximately a year and a half older than you?
Yeah.
When you were back living with your grandmother and your 2 brothers, were there times that you were hungry, did not have enough food? When Jeffrey was living in the Cleveland Avenue area with family members, were there times that he did not have food?
Yeah. That don't have a $3 meal. Pitch in help I get.
So now what he want to do is paint out like, hey, nigga, y'all was in a struggle together. Y'all ain't have, you know, y'all was broke. When you ain't have no food, didn't this man feed you? We're going to fast forward a little bit. He met Jeffrey at 14. Let the man wear jackets and stuff.
Bro, this guy's funny, man. Just the way he talks and shit.
If you met Jeffrey approximately 14 and he was about a year and a half older, he would have been 16. Does that sound right? About 15 and a half, 16?
I get my jacket on cold.
Yeah, you wear jacket.
Bro, this guy's funny, man. He's insecure about his
Injection.
Were his teeth perfect like they are today?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
22, 23, you'd be a year and a half under, so you'd be approximately 20, 21, something like that. Does that sound
So he's saying when you met him, nigga, the nigga had fucked up teeth and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was down in the gutter together.
all right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry. Really?
No, I did not mean to interrupt you.
No. So you keep on saying the 2 year. Yeah. Every time his birthday change, mine change.
Exactly.
Every time his birthday changed, mine changed. The age, yeah. Why is Brian so obsessed with the age? So
14, seeing Jeffrey come up in magazines. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah, I can't. I don't recall that.
How many times did Jeffrey Williams ever commit a crime in support of Rock Crew, to further the interests of Rock Crew? Tell the jury.
I don't recall. I don't recall.
Oh, so that's gonna help out. You know, you got to commit a crime to be a part of these goddamn games, cause they're trying to say Rock Crew pretty much is YSL. But this man ever commit a crime for Rock Crew? Has he ever been initiated? Nah, you can't prove that.
Does that mean no?
Objection, Your Honor.
A standing objection.
How many times has Jeffrey committed a crime? We're going to go up to that year because we're going to keep talking other dates, okay? How many times has Jeffrey committed a crime to further the interests of the YSL gang?
I don't go. I don't know.
You committing.
You never seen this man commit a crime to push the game.
And I'm not insulting you.
Right.
I'm not trying to insult you.
he's holding strong for Thug. You can clearly tell he's hesitant answering questions about Thug.
You were committing crimes during that whole time that you met Jeffrey until we stopped about 2014. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
You were committing crimes such as theft, right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Potentially drug dealing. I know that came later, but potentially around the drug dealing. Is that true?
Yes.
Potentially armed robberies. Is that true?
Yeah.
You wanted instant gratification. You wanted whatever, the laptops, the jewelry, the car, whatever it was. You wanted it right then, right?
I don't know why.
So he just pretty much want to say, nigga, that was you that wanted all that shit. Jeffrey, he just wanted to do his music, man. That man wasn't committing no crime.
But you wanted to separate from Rock Crew because you wanted to show that you were not happy with Mr. Porter.
So you can answer the question.
He doesn't know how to answer it because that's.
Yeah.
Tell ladies and gentlemen, jury, how much money Jeffrey Williams paid towards your attorney.
No.
This is a big point.
Now he's about to start pointing out, nigga, why you might be jealous. Did Jeffrey pay for your attorney? Nah, he ain't paid no money for my attorney. Hey, nigga, when Jeffrey was doing this thing,
Because
he just gonna make this nigga look jealous as fuck. Gonna make him look like a hater.
at one point the prosecutor was saying that Thug paid for Shannon Stillwell's
Salute, Steel J.
attorney, which was Brian Steele, the attorney talking, but then Brian Steele was like, that never happened. He never paid for anything. So I think he's just trying to get the point across that that's just not true, that Thug never paid for anyone else's attorneys in YSL.
When you voluntarily turned yourself into custody, right? Am I right?
Yeah. I got a phone call from my family member saying that my name was on the news for my indictment. My grandma helped me get a lawyer. I turned myself in.
Okay. You came to court or jail somewhere. And you said I understand one. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, to jail.
And you came to a lawyer.
That's crazy. You find out from a family member seeing your name on the news and an indictment.
And a nigga been running around with the biggest rapper in the world for all this time, and these niggas ain't saved no money. I know Thug done threw them niggas a bone here and there. Had to done, looked out for them sometime or another. These niggas ain't saved no money. These niggas going to their grandma. These niggas out here thugging, shooting folks up, terrorizing the city. Got folks looking up to them, and these niggas still be living with their grandma. Y'all ever seen How to Be a Menace to while drinking your juice in the hood? Y'all notice how it's always the most OG nigga in the hood be living with his mom or grandma, but the whole neighborhood be scared of these niggas? Look at any major leader of the gang. I'll say 7 times out of 10. I'm talking about neighborhood leaders now. I ain't talking about niggas that done got their bag already. These neighborhood leaders of the gang, these niggas be staying with their grandma and have like 10 grown niggas that'll do anything they say. Hey, meet me back at grandma's house. Meet me in grandma's backyard. We gonna play in this robbery.
Have to go turn yourself in.
Did Jeffrey Williams in any way assist you in any way with any finances?
No.
When you said that you're a founder, when it's been testified to, of YSL, how much money have you ever made from Jeffrey Williams?
No.
Jeff ain't give him no money? That's crazy, bro.
How much money did your grandmother pay to Thomas Fuji to represent you on this case?
$50,000.
Damn. Grandma.
God damn.
You stupid.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no. I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Grandma done spent $50,000 for this bum ass nigga. Bro, you going to jail, bro. Grandma still living on Cleveland Ave. My nigga grandma could have put that down on the house. But her grandson keep getting into some bullshit. Wow, this man grandma done put up $50,000, bro, to try to get, just so this nigga could snitch. He could have snitched for free. Nigga, you ain't have to put up no $50,000 to snitch on a nigga. Why grandma putting up $50,000? All you gonna do is come in here and snitch. You could have gave that information to the public defender, and you'd have been good. The fuck?
All got money.
Was that a large sum to your grandmother?
Yes.
Bro, that's a good grandma right there. Damn, that's crazy.
Tell ladies and gentlemen, what happened to your representation, Mr. Fugate?
Mr. Fugate.
I don't give a damn. My grandson going his ass to jail. Nigga, if you ain't learned your lesson from all those other motherfucking times that I bailed you out, I'd have been taking care of you and all that, and you still 30-year-old man doing this dumb ass shit. Hey, boy, you gonna have to learn your lesson one way or another. I seen some money on the bail. Shit. Seen about 50, 100 a month. Man, make that bitch stretch.
Told me that he had to withdraw.
Grandma could have bought her, put down on a whole new house and moved her ass off of Cleveland Ave. And now that she ain't got this game banging ass grandson, she could have took his sons and took care of them in a whole new neighborhood. Put that $50,000 down, moved her ass out of Atlanta, and created a new life for his sons. Cause it's over for you, boy. You 30 years old, fucking gray head and all that shit. Yeah, it's over for you, son. Damn, grandma.
His wife caught cancer. He was gonna have to be with her at the beginning of this trial.
So did he lose the whole 50K because his lawyer had to go be with his wife that has cancer?
Thomas gave us half the money back. We paid him. And
Half? Why only half? Did he do a little bit of work? He should have did a percentage of the work.
Damn, and then he ain't even got the lawyer no more. The lawyer gave the nigga half the money back. So now he ain't, oh man.
Work he's done already or something. Oh, here we go. Let's see what Brian still got up his sleeve about this plea deal.
You had been in custody, that means without a bond, for approximately 7 months. Does that sound right? May you turn yourself in, right? In June, you're in jail? July, you're in the Fulton County Jail, correct? Approximately 8 months. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay. And tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury how many children you have.
I got 3 boys.
And can you give
You got 3 boys. 3 boys. And your grandma, man, grandma, don't worry about them 50K. I did this, please, grandma. Just raise my boys. Take that 50K, get my boys out the hood, go raise them somewhere else. I wouldn't have been able to even let my grandma kick out no 50K on hiring me a lawyer for some shit that I put myself into. Cause you been running around with the biggest motherfucker. Like when you had an opportunity to get out, Thug was making all this money, bruh. All you had to do is get a part of the team and get yourself out the hood. Find something productive to do. Carry them motherfucking bags, nigga. Save up your money. Get yourself out the hood. This nigga paying $500 to go see Lil Wayne and shit. Y'all see why niggas be fucked up? They'll pay $500 to go see Lil Wayne, then shoot up his car. Pay all this money for guns and drugs. Don't worry about their kids till they locked up. Take money out their kids' mouth. That lady lost $50,000 fucking with this nigga. And she about to lose the rest of that because he's still about to go to jail. Because he ain't even snitching right. This nigga can't do nothing right.
your ages? Their ages.
2 8-year-olds and a 12-year-old.
And during the time that you're in jail, who were they staying with?
Their mother.
And how many mothers do the 3 children have?
I mean, most. Oh, each have their own mother.
Okay.
Damn, you like NBA young boy. 3 boys and 3 different baby mamas.
Well, you're in jail for approximately
He said they all got their own mother.
7 or 8 months. Were you able to help out financially or emotionally any of your children?
No.
When you were in jail for approximately 7 or 8 months, were you able to help out emotionally or monetarily any of your children's mothers?
No.
So I think what Brian Sale's doing here is he's trying to show the jury that this guy was in jail with 3 kids, no bond, and it looked like he was going to get years in prison, or unless he signed this.
And his grandma done put up $50K. He done did all this shit. What would this nigga not do to get his ass out of prison? That's pretty much what, Brian Steele was pushing out there. This nigga just a hater. This nigga is a loser. A flunky. And trying to snitch on my client who reaches millions of people across the globe.
Shit, you know what I mean? So
Now, in the Fulton County Jail, tell the ladies and gentlemen jury about the food.
I ain't really eat it. I ain't noodles and stuff. But it's
So now you want to paint the picture of how bad the food is in the jail. Yeah, you want to get the fuck out of that jail, ain't it? How many times people getting stabbed? People dying in that jail, ain't it? Yeah, boy, you want to get the hell out of that jail.
The longest possible sentence. You realize that?
Yes.
When the district attorney asks you, is it freely and voluntarily made, and no one put on the jury times, right?
Yes.
And physical contact, like where we can shake hands with your family members, children. Tell the ladies on the jury how many times that happened during the 7 or 8 months.
No.
See, I mean, I know these guys.
This nigga ain't been able to see nobody. Ain't nobody came and seen this nigga while he locked up. Don't you want to get your ass out of that jail cell? You willing to snitch to get out of that jail cell, right, boy?
Allegedly broke the law, and some of these guys, you know, killed people. Apparently, they murdered people straight up. That jail sounds like it's.
You would serve every single day of the sentence, the longest possible sentence. You realize that?
Yes.
When the district attorney asks you,
get past the commercial real quick. And this is why I wanted to go back over this, because when we went over it, we glanced through it, and it was a long testimony. Usually the first, whenever there's a new witness, especially for the prosecution, it's going to be a long process. So we went over a lot of it yesterday, but we did miss a lot too. So that's why I wanted to kind of recap over day 15 of the trial again a little bit. I should have did it yesterday, but it's all good. We're doing it now.
made and no one put a gun to your face except those are my words. It has to be put in context, right? You wanted to go home, right?
Right.
If you testify something contrary to what you signed on December 29, 2022 in this plea agreement, tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what could happen to you.
I can have my probation revoked.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury how long that probation is for.
8 years.
And tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what it means to have probation revoked.
That you would no longer be on probation and that you'll have to serve the time in prison.
And number one, does it say anything about Jeffrey Williams doing anything to promote the interests of the gangs on what you just...
Now, that pretty much wrapped it up in the sum. I thought he was facing 15. He's only facing 8, which I'm saying only 8, but in the mix of what you was involved in, you know what I'm saying, and what you probably could have did, because imagine if he wouldn't have cooperated and he helped the case where Young Thug didn't go to prison. Thug might have would have helped him out if Thug would have beat the charges. Or if he didn't help him out when that nigga got out when he was 38 years old, he could have made money off of telling the story. Nigga, I held Thug down. Nigga, I ain't snitch, nigga. Or whatever, Thug ain't do shit for me. Nigga, make a podcast. He'll blow up instantly. See, he ain't thinking about the long game. 8 years? I mean, bruh, it ain't that man's fault you ain't put your shit together. So now he got to tell all this information to dodge this 8 years. But like I say, he would have got more if he'd have went to trial because, of course, he's a repeated offender. But right now, he's only on the line for them 8 years because that's what he on probation for.
That's right.
No.
Number 2, read it to the jury.
Defendant is one of the founding members of Young Slime. The defendant committed aggravated assault as alleged in Act 1 by branching a gun at an undercover police officer that was surveilling a vehicle that was hijacked from a woman.
Nothing to do with Mr. Jeffrey Williams, right?
Right.
So these lawyers are going to have to do this. They're going to have to separate this idea that they're all one big gang operating. Each individually may have committed crimes themselves, but it wasn't in furtherance of the gang at all.
Well, 2014, defendant was arrested with a red bandana and defendant was observed with a YTL tattoo and a Cleveland Air Rock Crew tattoo amongst other tattoos.
Has nothing to do with Jeffrey Williams involved in furthering the interests of a gang, does it?
No.
Okay.
Nope. You robbed a woman, and now, nigga, you goddamn... now you got your YSL and Rock Crew tattoos. None of that shit got nothing to do with the person that you snitching on. And they gonna point that out.
Okay. Number 6.
Defendant advised law enforcement that YSL originally stood for Young Slime Life, but the group began calling themselves Young Successful Lifestyle after Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, signed a record deal.
Jeffrey becoming very successful, true?
True. Defendant is the person referred to as Tick in the song by Young Thug entitled Ill in the verse she getting robbed by Tick.
And the prosecutor put in a part of that chat. Do you remember seeing that this morning?
Yeah.
So now Thug's lawyer is saying that the state took that chat out of context. Let's see the full entirety of the chat, I think, right here.
Little Uzi Vert. You see that?
Yeah.
Do you know who little Uzi Vert is?
Yes.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury.
Entertainer rap artist?
And you see the next one, URL?
Yes.
Gives an Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. And you see it's the same date of February 4th, 2021?
Yes.
And what did he write?
This real?
Okay, I want you to think about it. Do you know what he's referring to?
Yeah.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury, what?
He was talking about the image of the Lil Uzi Vert. He had implanted a diamond in his forehead, and he was asking, did anyone know if it was real or not?
So this pertains to, I think at one point.
So the prosecutor, remember yesterday, they was trying to make it look like they had a group chat and that Young Thug was trying to put a hit on somebody's head. But they were talking about the fucking dumbass diamond that Lil Uzi Vert had done put in his damn head, and his head done started bleeding and shit. I think this is what we got to, and I think we got a little tired. I got a little tired when I got to these messages and shit, so I skipped a lot of them.
And what, if you remember, is that referring to?
The diamond implanted in his forehead.
And whose forehead?
Uzi Vert.
Okay. And the next one again is KK. You see that?
Yeah.
The next one is same date is all hundreds. You see that?
Yeah.
The author is Thugger1. Whose Instagram handle is that?
Jeffrey Williams.
All right.
Here we go. What Thugger said in the chat right here.
YSL Rule the World Kid. 24M on in head.
So that's what they trying to say. 24M on a nigga head. When he said YSL Rule the World Kid, 24M on a nigga's head. They thought that this nigga was talking about putting a hit on somebody. Or at least that's what they're trying to tell the jury.
That's what they thought was him saying 24 million on someone's head like a bounty, which clearly it isn't. It's talking about Uzi.
Your next line, you responded thereafter, right? 4 minutes later or 8 minutes later?
Recordings just got better.
And this is egg on the face, man. That dumb as hell, especially when you got a whole bunch of black people that's in the jury pool, and they're familiar with these rap artists like Uzi Vert. They're familiar with when the motherfucker had the damn dumbass diamond in his damn forehead. So they were like, oh yeah, I remember that. You can't tell me these black people that's in this damn jury pool don't know who Young Thug is. So when you catch the prosecutor in an obvious reach, it makes it where you don't trust them for what they're putting out there when they're saying they're trying to prove without a reasonable doubt that, you know what I'm saying, this is his game.
Or something.
Or just some people he grew up with, you know, and he left behind. And they still was doing dumb shit in the hood.
There's another.
The academics post.
I know academics probably over there like, look at me, nigga. Look, nigga, I was in there. Nigga said Young Thug rocking with Lil Uzi Vert, 24 million diamond. Yeah, he was making a post about it. Y'all should have known better, man.
And what did he say? Let's jump to your understanding.
He's talking about Uzi putting the diamond on his head, the price of what they saying that the diamond costs. And he's saying, YSL Rule the World.
You see that picture on the right?
Yeah.
And who is that, if you recognize that person?
Uzi Vert.
The rapper that you talked about?
This is so funny that it's stopped.
That shit look nasty, y'all. I gotta shoot past that. That shit twisted my stomach when I seen that.
Right, you're familiar with it? Right. Was this anything to broadcast to people to beware of YSL, this criminal street gang?
No.
This had nothing to do, this is just friends talking, right?
Right.
Is it fair to say that this chat is about different things, but it's about paying rent money? Let's chop this 1,500 up that we do yesterday the 5th. You see that?
Yes.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, Jerry, what exactly you're talking about.
You got two guys talking about the Chiefs and the Buccaneers game. So that's what I mentioned by the time they owned it. They was trying to bet on the game, and I was short on the rent.
Okay. And were you sharing this place with other people? Did they have to potentially chip in, or should they potentially chip in for rent?
Yeah. Y'all can just put what y'all got in the kitchen whenever y'all come in. If you got something putting toward the rent, you just leave it in the kitchen, and I know it's for.
Okay. And then Thugger one is right after that saying, yo, you see that?
Yeah.
He said, y'all N-word gay, man. It don't hurt y'all. It hurt me. I can't afford $15 a month all types of ways.
Pertaining to what? The rent?
So these niggas, of course, they going through all, you know, they got their phone tapped, they getting all the messages and all that, and they worrying about these niggas arguing about, you know what I'm saying, niggas not paying their part of the rent. You got all these grown-ass men in here, niggas flashing all this goddamn money. Well, all that money be prop money, I'm telling y'all. Y'all niggas gay, man, didn't hurt y'all. Y'all, it hurt me. I can't afford $1,500 all type of ways. What was said...
Yeah.
Okay. Is it fair to say that this whole chat, these other things, this football and these other conversations, but it's about rent?
Yeah. He said he proud of me for paying the rent.
One more time?
He said he proud of me for paying the rent.
Okay. Thugger wrote, bring me the money?
Yeah.
What's he talking about? Talking about paying the rent that you guys can pay him back?
Yeah. And he was basically saying, like, I'm helping out.
He's helping you guys out with rent, right?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with, you see over act number 127 in your indictment?
So what it sounds like, Thug's lawyer is saying that Thug was just being nice and saying, I'll pay the rent. Y'all just give me whatever y'all got that you want to help with. It's $1,500 a month, whatever, I'll pay it. The state says that's an and you have to.
Yeah.
3 days after the $24 million surgically implanted on the gentleman's head, right?
Right.
What do they have to do with one another?
Nothing. They don't really have anything to do with anything.
And what is so sinister about Jeffrey helping out when you can't pay the rent? You also bringing me the money has to do with increasing the reputation of a criminal organization. Tell the
They
jury.
just going through all this shit. She's saying she don't want him to have it out of respect of Slugger. They got shit. What you say, Bowler? Yeah, see, they got a lot of they missing the real shit. I'm surprised they ain't asked about this. What you say, Bully? I don't know what the fuck that she can't do that. He's talking about a female. I know I still gave it to him. He calling her now. She said they on the phone.
I'm going to object. The court should give the law.
Sex. What the fuck this got to do? Thugger talking about sex. What they got to do with it?
I'll stay. You can rephrase this.
I agreed to do because it said that I participated in a group chat, and that's what I did.
So why is that chat inappropriate?
I don't really agree to it because it said I participated. I didn't know what the reason.
It's nothing to do with any crime, right?
No.
You're not object again.
I'll stay.
You see how she keep ejecting that shit because pretty much you done got caught trying to put evidence of a text chat that ain't had nothing to do with nothing. You just wasted all this time trying to sit here and make this a crime. And now that this man said, okay, where's the crime in this? We're talking about rent money. We're talking about a bet on a video game, or not a video game, but an NFL game. Where's the crime?
You were part of this conversation, right?
Yes.
Tell ladies and gentlemen, jury, how this conversation had anything to do with any crime that Jeffrey participated in at all.
You're not object.
I'll stay as a formal question, Mr. You may need to rephrase.
What's the conversation about, sir?
One of it was about an implant, and one of it was about rent money. Yeah, I feel like God was telling people girlfriends what they were doing, and
When you say telling people's girlfriends about what they're doing, people on this text, right, on this chat, and telling them about that they may not be faithful to the girl, right? Is that true?
Yeah.
And you guys are arguing about this, right? On the text, on the chat.
debate, arguing.
Debating or arguing. Okay, and keep going. Handle comes on, Thugger 1, right? Right there. You see at the very bottom? You only beat him up or shot him yet, right?
Yeah.
And that's the part that's captured in over at 132, right?
Okay, so here's a covert act. Now, everybody want to know what that phrase, y'all ain't beat him up or shot him yet. Everybody want to know what that means. So, like a good defense lawyer, he's going to attack that because, of course, that was one of the main things that they were presenting this as evidence for. And, you know, trying to prove that, hey, he's the boss of this game. So, let's see what they got to say about that.
Right? Yes. And then the next line
This was over someone telling girlfriends that they're cheating, or telling the girlfriend that their boyfriend is cheating.
is y'all hands getting soft, right? Who is Jeffrey talking about getting beat him up or shot him yet? You remember?
Y'all be talking to both of us.
Right. And what's he? And how do you take it?
I'm surprised y'all ain't beat each other up or shot each other yet. Y'all seem like you're arguing about some female stuff.
Meaning you and Gutter, right? Or Gutter, excuse me, right?
Right.
What does this have to do with anything involved a crime organization? This private conversation was
Yeah, they just pretty much, he done made it obvious, okay, this is a nigga antagonizing his homeboys. That's not illegal. Your homeboys arguing like bitches and shit, whatever. Like, man, y'all ain't beat a nigga up and shot a nigga yet. Nigga, why y'all niggas still talking then? You know what I'm saying? In the circle, you know what that mean. It ain't that damn serious. Why y'all niggas still arguing like bitches? Nigga, y'all niggas need to be starting to go get some money. I would imagine that's what he's trying to say.
How has Sean?
But, you know, if you're a prosecutor, you're going to try to make that sound like this nigga just sending out random hits.
right.
That's what I got from you.
You were asked a question or a series of questions. Why weren't you with Mr. Williams in Louisiana on your birthday? You remember that?
Yeah.
Have you ever been taken by Mr. Williams to his concerts?
Yes.
Have you ever been taken on tour or part of a tour with Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Were you allowed to go on part of that tour?
Yes.
And you remember there came a time that you and others were accused of wrongdoing on that tour?
Yeah.
And that is committing crime, right?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Williams repaying a victim of the crime. Trying to make it whole, right? Remember that?
I don't know right now. What happened? What happened behind that allegation?
You were actually sent home for.
So he was on the road. So Young Thug had him out there in Louisiana with him or wherever on the road with him. But he got accused, him and some other people, of doing something where Thug had to pay out for it. And that shows you can't take everybody everywhere. Try to take your homeboys on tour, they got you paying, you know, because y'all don't wild out too much.
From a tour, right?
Yeah.
He didn't take you with him, right?
Right.
He didn't pay for you to get out of Cleveland Avenue, right?
Right.
In fact, he didn't do that for anybody there that you grew up with, right?
I know about me.
But Jeffrey would encourage you, isn't it true? And gave you opportunities to have a job with him if you wanted it, right?
I said he would encourage me to stop selling drugs.
Yeah, he wanted you to stop committing crime, right? Tell the jury.
Yeah.
And he offered you jobs like you can carry bags for the group when they tour, right? Tell the jury.
Yeah.
He's a founding member. You gonna carry the bags? That's crazy. I mean, that's how it works, though. You gotta do what you're useful for. You need to carry them bags to the airport. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, shit. What else the nigga gonna do?
And he gave you opportunities to try, I'm not saying for everybody, but try to perform rap music in the studio, right?
Yes.
He gave you opportunities, if you wanted to possibly try to organize, because they do a lot of packing up the equipment and the luggage, right? Pack for people, right?
It was an opportunity for me, man.
But you wanted the instant money right of theft, right?
So I've been trying to do none of that stuff. Yes, I want instant money. Yeah.
And what Jeffrey was offering you is not, he wasn't just going to give you money, but he gave you opportunities to change your life, right?
Most definitely was an opportunity. Yes, it was an opportunity.
And he gave opportunities, if you know, to everybody in poverty. True? If they wanted to work hard.
God damn, boy, he hitting him with that truth. He hitting him with that truth. He, man, damn, bruh. How you fucked up the bag? All you had to do is just, you know what I'm saying, get in line, put yourself in position, and do your own thing. Simple. You ain't got to be up on the stand trying to tell what this man done did because you done crashed out. You on the third strike. You got caught up in the activity. You wanted to be the co-founder. Now you the co-founder.
That's standing objections overbroad.
Jeffrey made that same commitment to other people who were struggling. True?
Still, same issue, Mr. Steele. I'm standing objection. So rephrase it, please.
Do you know whether Jeffrey made that offer to others?
Still, Brown. Want to make it a little specific? More specific?
Jeffrey gives an opportunity for lawful work in YSL
Boy, he look a little salty now, y'all. I ain't lying.
record company music to other people. If you know.
A standing objection.
We didn't co-find anything, Jeffrey. Isn't it true?
So you bet this grandma bought them clothes for him? Hey, yeah, I guarantee you that. Grandma probably dressing them for court. She bringing them to court. She the one got to dodge the bullets and shit on the way to court. Got folks shooting up her house. Wow.
He went one direction, you stayed another. Isn't that true?
Low key, a good point from the lawyer. Like pointing out that they went kind of opposite directions in life. Like, yeah, you were his boy growing up, but Doug was a superstar. Like, he's gonna do his own thing. Offered you the job, but you didn't take it.
We went separate ways.
But Jeffrey never turned his back to you. He always made himself available if you needed something. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
He let you come to his home, right?
Yes.
If you were going to be put out from your house, he would pay that money for you one time, right?
Yeah, about.
I can't hear.
He would help out.
But most importantly, he wanted you not to live a life of crime. Isn't that true?
Yes.
All right, that's pretty much it.
Just fucked them up with all that, y'all. And that's gonna take us straight into today, because he's gonna punch on that a little bit more. He's gonna punch on that a little bit more. And now that we done seen that they kind of debunked the text messages and the messenger stuff like that, at least that part of it. We got day 17 where there's a little bit more of the defense doing cross-examination, which is always the good part, in my opinion, because we are but usually you don't see the prosecutor trying to discredit their client like that, but they damn sure do a good job of trying to make him look like a liar. I don't know how that helps them, but anyway, day 17, let's get it. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. Day 17, defense attorney, think his name is Steele. He gonna finish putting this pressure on this young man here. So yesterday everybody missed trial because, you know, they had someone that was sick, so they went on recess. So they should be good and, you know, ready for anything.
I move for the admission of Mr. Williams, number
22?
Yes, sir.
Any objection?
Yes, Your Honor. There is commentary on number 22. If in fact that was the video that was just shown to the state.
Commentary hearsay, or what is it?
Yes, it would be.
Now, what the problem we end up having today, y'all, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all a little early, is these fools, they gave a link out. They gave a link for the people to be able to I think do a Zoom call or something like that, right? And at the time I didn't know what was going on. But when I look back at it, somebody gave the link to one of these weirdos, probably one of these people that like to troll and all that stuff like that. And hold on, I'm gonna click to it real quick, see if y'all can hear it.
Okay, so the e-commerce big guys.
See if y'all can hear it. Because as soon as they was about to go on break, you could hear somebody say, free Thugger, mistrial.
Leave out 285 for real.
Let me see if I can find that real quick. Nah, we'll see. We'll see if we can just run across it when it happens. So I just want to tell y'all about that. So if y'all hear it, you'll definitely know what's going on. So let's go ahead and start to the questioning and everything. They took a while to start this trial today. I don't know what was going on.
Gentlemen, Mr. Nichols and Mr. Garner.
So they're doing a roll call. I think she was the one that was sick yesterday, maybe.
Miss Love, you may continue, ma'am. Or I should say, Mr. Steele, you may continue.
All right, so here we got cross-examination, day 17.
Morning, Your Honor. Thank you so much. Sir, I'm going to show you what's already been admitted. It states exhibit number 23UU. Your Honor, may I approach you?
Yes, sir.
May I approach you, Mr. Stevens? You could turn to, if you don't mind, over at number 155 in that document.
So of course they want to get into these overt acts because these are all the little they ain't got nothing actually.
Tell me if you need help finding
he actually did.
And Your Honor, just for clarity, is that 23 uniform under you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
They ain't got nothing he actually did. So a whole bunch of overt acts is what this whole case is about. So oh shoot, what happened?
Number
Hear that? To show after you.
Instant.
What? Guy.
Sorry about that, y'all. I had missed and closed the window. So let's get back to the part where we was at. He's presenting them evidence of an overt act that they're about to talk about.
Yes, I reckon.
You recognize all those numbers, 8, 9, 10, 11? I think that's what I gave you. A person that you know in that photograph.
Yes.
Your Honor, I will move for the admission of 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 1.
10 and 13, yo. Okay, all right, okay.
Your Honor, the state objects.
Well, we'll start out with number 8. You have objection to 8?
Yes, Your Honor, if I can make the whole.
Okay.
So just refreshing his memory with the
Your Honor,
photos.
as it relates to defendant's exhibit number 8, I was asked to.
What's the basis for your objection?
No basis, no foundation. There was no question how to be recognized. I would like to show this to the court so that the court can fully understand.
All right, come on up.
Okay, so let's get past that part. Of course, Thug looking like he done put on a couple of pounds, man. He ain't got an orange this morning, though. And we're still trying to figure out who the hell been braiding the man hair. See, this is the type of attire that he probably should keep on instead of stuff that says sex records, flashy ass jackets. You know, I imagine that the jury would be rubbed wrong by that type of stuff. Just causing too much attention. So it was a lot of this today. A lot of behind the scenes stuff going on.
Ready to be an e-commerce pioneer?
Ready?
You can lay a little more foundation, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, let's get back into it. Get back into it. Let's play by play, y'all. Earz to the streets. Y'all hit the like button.
Can we play what has been marked and admitted as Mr. Williams number
22?
22?
Yes, sir. You may.
And we can play the whole thing, but I was focused on. We'll play the whole. We'll play the whole thing, Mr. Kokomo, with the court's permission.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Stevens, if this is not the video to the music, Pushing P that you described, just let us know, okay?
Okay, y'all. So what they did today in court is they played the video, Pushing P. I'm not going to play the video because I'm going to get copyright claim, but when they start it, I'll stop. I mean, I'll put it on mute real quick. We'll skip past this part, but this is part of the evidence for them.
You have a sound plan?
Of course, everybody know who this is. This is Gunna. This is the Push and P video. So they're gonna point out a lot of the gang signs or what they think is, or what she was trying to say was gang signs, and prove that they were only talking about this video.
And to get some technical help assistance.
Named Sergio Kitchens or a performer named Gunna?
Yes.
Is that the same person? Is Sergio Kitchens perform under the name Gunna?
Yes.
And did you see that gentleman, if you recognize that gentleman in this, Mr. Williams number 22?
Yes.
Okay. Kokomo, can you take us to and just remind us of the exact time?
Hey man, this Kokomo dude, every time I hear that name, I'm like, who the fuck is Kokomo? He gonna be famous after this trial over. How many people you know got a last name Kokomo?
Time you're showing, so the Honorable Court is aware, and the parties and the jury.
Not a peak, not a pillar Porsche. Peak, not a pillar Porsche.
149.54. You recognize who that is?
I know, yeah.
Who is it?
Jeff Williams.
Okay. And what Mr. Williams is doing with his hand, is that similar to what it's in the indictment count 1 overt act number 156 that we've shown you before?
Yes.
Okay. And that is a P, you said earlier, right?
Yes.
And did you realize or do you know that the song Pushing P and the video were released shortly around January 16, 2022?
I didn't realize that, but...
Objection, Your Honor, as to his knowledge and speculation.
Sustained objection.
If I showed you something to refresh your memory, do you know when it first came out? Are you familiar? When that video and song first came out?
And of course, he ain't gonna remember exactly when, but he knows around what time that video came out. That was a big hit.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, can you describe the time?
Man, you know when that damn song came out, you try to figure out what the hell they trying to ask you. Cause everything he remembers is gonna be before and after his birthday.
In the indictment that's in front of you? And if you don't know, just say, I don't know. It's fine. We'll do it.
I don't know.
It's fine. Okay. Indictment that's in front of you? Do you know whether it was around the date that's listed in the indictment that's in front of you? And if you don't know, just say, I don't know. It's fine. We'll do it.
I don't know.
It's fine. Okay. But that's certainly not a blood sign in the indictment. Am I correct?
Correct.
All right.
It's not a blood sign. It's the push and peace sign. According to them. So it looked like a little fumble right there. Looked like a little fumble, prosecutor.
Now, with regards to try to become an accomplished musical artist. Accomplished means like a...
Objection as to
You knew Mr. Williams when he first started out trying to become a professional musical artist, okay? I want you to lock in on that time, okay? Is that okay? Did social media and followers have any, if you know, have any type of significance to Mr. Williams to get out his...
Objection as to speculation and...
Mr. Steele, or lay a little more foundation.
Social media to try to broadcast his music?
Objection again as...
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. And
I'm gonna overrule the objection.
And with regards to social media? Was it more than music? If you noticed, did Mr. Williams also put out videos of himself?
Yes.
And did he also communicate to people to try to get their attention and to have followers?
Objection as to the mindset.
I sustain the question.
Did Mr. Williams, don't tell me anything about mindset, did he put out also statements on social media to try to get fans?
Objection as to the
I
trust.
sustain the
Well, she ain't letting nothing get through there. You can't get no opinions of what you're trying to say. And that's, you know, that's good shit. Because everything that he's asking him, he would be having to give his point of view instead of you can't tell this man what Young Thug's goal was. You know, you can just tell from your point of view. So that's why it is doing a lot of objecting, you know, to the speculation.
question.
Did he put out statements on social media?
Yes.
And did he do
Everything he have to ask him got to be directly about him.
all that under the moniker or brand name Young Thug?
Yes.
And if you know, is Mr. Williams trying to portray a certain type of image?
He can't plead the fifth. He can't plead the fifth. If he plead the fifth, he'll get the maximum sentence. He's cooperating. Right now, this is called cooperating.
On social media.
Objection as to mindset.
I sustain the question.
Do you know if Mr. Williams portrayed a certain image as to himself on social media?
Objection.
I sustain the question.
She ready to object before he even get the sentence out. She ought to know he's trying to ask the wrong damn shit. Tighten up, tighten up.
Did Mr. Williams put forth a gangster rap image on social media?
Yes.
And do you know whether Mr. Williams had a lot of followers when he did that? Followers on Instagram.
Objection calls for speculation.
I sustain the
If he
question.
knows. Do you ever see Mr. Williams' social media accounts?
Yes.
Okay. And do those social media accounts show how many people are following?
Yes.
And did Mr. Williams, from this conduct, from this entertainment, did it have a lot of people following him?
Objection as to compound and.
I sustain the question as to form.
Did he have a lot of followers?
Yes.
And were the followers building over time?
Yes.
And did you notice that it was increasing a large amount? Did you notice?
Yes.
And did it eventually get to a point when Mr. Williams had millions of followers?
Yes.
You know how many millions at any given time?
I know millions though.
Couldn't hear you.
I don't know the exact millions, but I know it's millions.
Now,
What the hell is he circling? Hey, he circled something, but that mean he on fire. Circle mean you on fire. I guess the X gonna mean that that shit there ain't working.
was there a time that you were mad at Mr. Williams for the content of his songs?
Nigga, what you gotta think about? The question was,
Mad at Mr. Williams for the content of his songs? The lyrics that he used.
Yes.
Tell ladies and gentlemen why.
Because I knew that he was teasing me.
Tell him what you mean by that.
He made a song and he referred to me as robbing women. At that time, the whole neighborhood was poking fun at me for being accused of robbing women because they knew that.
Objection as to what the neighborhood.
I sustain the question.
this the woman robber, y'all. So it wasn't like that everybody was cool with it. Everybody was kind of shaming him for robbing women. So Thug putting it in a song, it was kind of like an inside joke and a kind of disrespectful thing, but you know, Imagine this dude, he blowing up, but he still letting you around, so he kind of had a little secret hate about it. You trying me like that.
They knew what I was known for, which was
I sustain that. You can't answer the question.
All right, sustain.
Don't, Mr. Stevens, don't say what other people were thinking. Just say what you were thinking. Why were you mad at Mr. Williams?
For even putting that in the song, knowing that it was false.
And did Mr. Williams...
There you go, writing in that pad again. He put something in that song that was false. He got accused of robbing a woman in front of her child. And guess what? He's saying that he's the co-founder of YSL. He's Rock Crew. He's a childhood friend of Young Thug. But then Young Thug kind of blew up. He let him come around. But how was he committing crimes to further the game? Or is this nigga just a crash dummy?
Williams, were you also mad at him because you believed in other lyrics he was describing things that you did, but taking credit for it?
Yeah.
So he was a little hot that, hey man, he didn't do that. Man, he rapping about something I did. Oh man, that's how the hate build up.
And why did that bother you?
Your Honor, I object as a generalization. That's
I stand the question as the form, Mr. Steele. You can rephrase it.
Mr. Stevens, why did it bother you? Why were you mad at Mr. Williams for using lyrics about your life as if he did?
an objection as to.
Watch closely. You're about to experience a nigga moment.
It could be any. Did you ever get mad at Mr. Williams because he was taking credit for things that you know you did in his lyrics?
I felt a certain type of way. I had a feeling about it.
You're going to object as to non-responsive. You don't know.
I stand just rephrase or redirecting or refocus him, I should say, Mr. Steele.
Instead of saying you felt a certain type of way, can you be more specific with that, Mr. Stevens? Why?
Now, this was a movie. We'll have to put on that Rich Boy Quan. There's some type of way. Some type of way. Hey, if this is a movie, that's when the clip will come in and they'll play the some type of way video, and then they get back to the storyline. We might have to clip that in to the.
Why you were mad at Mr. Williams?
I did.
Y'all see how the thug lawyer done made this nigga look like a hater all of a sudden? The whole courtroom just looking at this nigga like, man, you old dirty ass, hating ass, bum ass nigga that just keep getting locked up. Now you over here trying to snitch on Thug. Even the white lady look like, she looking like, why are you trying to snitch on Thug? You bum ass nigga. Everybody kind of just, the whole courtroom, the whole perspective done changed. Even the damn prosecutors, like, nigga, we just gonna throw you to the wolves. Nigga, we can't wait till this shit over. We just used you to come up here and just, confirm some of the shit. You going to jail regardless, boy. You know, spent $50,000 of your grandma money. You living at your grandma's house. Talking about you felt some type of way. Because a nigga rapped about you robbing women.
I said I felt a certain type of way. I really can't put. Say probably jealousy. I felt, probably jealousy because I knew it was something I could have been rapping about and potentially making money of it.
Now, if you know, is it a competitive business to be, to try to get fans on social media and followers in rap songs, if you know?
No.
Hey man, only in court will a nigga come up here and either tell a real lie or a real truth. He just came up here on national television and told you, man, I'm just a fucking hater. It ain't nothing. Hey, he doing something that I wanted to do.
I'm not in the business.
I could have been rapping about some other shit, and this nigga talking about I'm robbing females. So yeah, it fucked with him. He felt some type of way.
Couldn't hear. You're not in the business.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
That's fine. All right. Do you remember Jeffrey wearing really tight pants before they were popular?
Yes.
And based upon Jeffrey's popularity growing and this fashion that he wore, did other people start wearing really tight pants?
Objection, compound speculation.
A sustained objection.
Did people follow Jeffrey's lead, if you know, to wear tight pants?
Objection, speculation.
Sustained.
Did people wear tight pants after
Objection,
Jeffrey?
general, overbroad, irrelevant.
I sustained the question.
Did you notice that after Jeffrey started wearing tight pants, other people in your neighborhood wore tight pants?
Yes, it became a trend.
I couldn't hear you.
Yes, it became a trend.
Trend?
Yeah.
How about tight necklace around the neck? Did Jeffrey start that as well?
To our neighborhood, or like?
Anyway, did you notice that he started to wear tight necklaces?
I noticed his stuff started getting tight. Yes.
And did you notice that other people again followed that trend?
Objection, speculation.
I sustained the question.
He asked if he noticed.
Whether other people.
This is not
Whether other people, that's speculation.
Did you notice other people wearing tight necklaces after Jeffrey started that?
Of course.
I noticed other people's things starting to get tight too.
It would be fair to say that Jeffrey was being watched and he became a trendsetter, to use your word.
Objection, compound, and speculation.
I sustained the question.
Do you know?
All right, you can't keep making a man look like he a hater, man. We get it, bro. He's trying to pound in there. This man is a hater, Your Honor. People of the jury. Are we gonna just sit here and listen to a hater all damn day? Hey, man, that's what a good lawyer do. Damn hater.
Whether people followed what Jeffrey was wearing, singing about.
Objection, speculation.
Sustained.
Did people start dressing like Jeffrey?
Objection, speculation.
You might want to just ask a question before that. So,
Do you know whether after Jeffrey started to wear certain fashion, other people started to dress like that? Do you know?
I don't know exactly why they did it, but I started seeing similarities in what he was doing and what other people were doing.
And when you first met Jeffrey in approximately 2007, if that year is like you said before, what was he called? What was the typical name that you called him and people called him?
Little Jeff.
And do you know what his father's name is?
Yes.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury.
Big Jeff.
Now, you talked about Jeffrey wearing tight jeans. Do you know, don't speculate, do you know whether Jeffrey got any criticism? That means, did people go against him for wearing tight jeans, if you know?
Yes.
And tell us about that. What did people do? You're aware of it.
I'm aware that they was accusing him of being gay.
A homosexual?
Yes.
And did that help, if you know, Jeffrey's popularity?
Objection, speculation.
If you
I
know.
sustained the question. Well,
Yeah, it seems like now he's starting to act some obvious speculation. You know what I mean? He ain't even hiding that. He just trying to throw some shit in the game. In my opinion.
let's see if he can answer the predicate. So
Ah, damn it. My bad, y'all.
Hey, Orlando.
You can answer.
Oh, my bad. You can say it again. All the objections.
No, it's my fault. It's not your fault. You ready? There's nothing to do. You ready? The question is, if you know, did being called gay affect Jeffrey's popularity on social media?
Your Honor, I object to that because
That's a different question. I'm gonna sustain that though.
Did being called gay affect Jeffrey's popularity at all?
objection, Your Honor, as to.
I sustain it.
If you know.
Your Honor, he can't fix it with adjectives.
Yeah,
You can't.
I'm sustaining it.
He know better than this. I even know better than this, bro. You can't just ask this man his opinion if being called gay. Only he would know that. Only Thug would know that. She ain't letting that shit slide.
Okay. Now, did you know that Jeffrey, besides music, branched out into fashion as a business?
Oh, you counting all the objections, Lovelace?
Yes. And do you know Spider? You know that Spider brand?
Yes.
What is Spider brand?
A brand? A clothing brand?
And whose clothing brand is that?
Jeff Williams.
I'm going to show you what has been previously marked and shown to you. Mr. Williams, number 9. Then we're going to number 10. You already took a peek at that. Remember looking at that, Mr. Stevens?
Yes.
Mr. Williams, number 9. Do you recognize who's in that picture?
Yes.
And do you recognize the clothing shown in that picture?
Yes.
And do you recognize the color of that clothing?
Yes.
And does it fairly and accurately depict the clothing and the person who's wearing it in that picture, number 9, Mr. Williams?
Yes.
I'll move for the admission of number 9.
All right, so number 9 is the picture that they about to show right now. So this is Young Thug modeling his you know saying his line, which is the spider. I kind of like this shit. This shit don't look, you know what I'm saying, fucked up or nothing like that, you know. Shit, I mean, I'm too big for this type of shit, but it is fly. I get to, you know what I'm saying, no weirdo shit. So, but I think what the lawyer is trying to prove right here is, if this nigga so blood, so slime, why is he sitting here in the all blue goddamn outfit in his clothing line?
Mr. Stevens, who is that gentleman in Mr. Williams number 9?
Jeffrey Williams.
And is he wearing a, what I call a hooded sweatshirt?
Yes.
And can you see the type or brand on that sweatshirt?
Yes.
What brand or type is that?
Spider brand.
And who owns Spider brand, to your knowledge?
Jeff Williams.
Okay. And what color is that hooded Spider brand sweatshirt?
Blue with white words. And
then do you notice a jacket on top of the hooded sweatshirt?
Yes.
And what color is that jacket?
Blue.
Do you notice?
He gonna make this fool say blue every time. Just to let you know. Y'all cap over there with all that blood shit. Which they own to something. It's just that, you know, they just seem like they don't know what the hell going on too at the same time. But they gonna learn today. They gonna learn today.
Pants being worn by Mr. Williams in number 9.
Yes.
And
God damn it.
Jorge is all.
Keep clicking me out.
Brand is that?
So we're gonna fast forward a little bit. He's pretty much gonna make him, you know, describe everything down to a T. And
yes. Do you recognize both of those gentlemen? Yeah. William. Yes. Okay. Your Honor, I move for the admission of number 10.
So they got another picture that they about to pull up, of course. Gonna ask him, do he recognize it? All that good stuff like that.
And were you present when that image was taken?
No.
Gonna show him another picture. He wasn't present for it, so we know that part.
Do you know anything about the time that that photograph was taken?
No.
Do you know anything about the surroundings in that photograph?
No.
Do you know anything about whether that photograph accurately reflects what was in the camera range at the time the photograph was taken? In other words, do you know whether or not that photograph accurately reflects the surroundings that those people are in at the time the photograph was taken?
No.
Is the only basis for your saying you recognize that photograph that you've seen it on social media?
Yes.
And is your knowledge of the photographs that you saw on social media any greater than your knowledge of the photograph as it sits before you today?
I'm saying on social media.
Your Honor, based on that, as through this witness, I would object to that photograph.
I'll overrule the objection, madam.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna admit it.
So, for this witness, she don't want to talk about this little shit that you want to talk about, pretty much. Because you wasn't in that photograph. You ain't got nothing to do with that, you know. But this defense lawyer had something up his sleeve, so, you know.
13 may be published as you see fit.
On the screen is Mr. Williams' number 13. Can you make that bigger without...
Okay, we have a picture here, and this is Young Thug, and I believe this is Nut. This is the dude that when he lost his life, it sparked the whole investigation, allegedly, from my understanding. And Fannie Mae, she's been wanting to make sure she's marking her territory in Atlanta, and you know she's calling it down the middle. Hey, she's prosecuting Trump, and she's prosecuting what she felt like is a gang problem that she's had that's caused countless of lives and countless crime in the city of Atlanta. Now, for the people who, you know, are just learning this trial or whatever, this is the guy Nut. This is the guy he's allegedly supposed to be the other gang leader of a different set. This is Young Thug. As y'all can see, what they, you know, they're going to try to say is gang sign. Look like a peace sign to me. Look like some kind of brotherhood. Hey, from the sidewalk, don't look like there's nothing wrong here. But when you're under a federal investigation, this means everything. This means everything all of a sudden.
Making it unreadable. Mr. Kokomo.
All of a sudden, this means everything.
Mr. Stevens, can you see the screen and and it's in front of you as well?
But if you know, you know. But obviously, they feel like they know. But you got to read into the details. Big business, ENT, Nut. This is the guy that lost his life. And that, like I say, we're going to learn a lot about this case, because this is going to be the heart of this case. But as you can see, they were supposed to be damn near brothers. Got the Lil Wayne plat in the back, so this is an important place that they at. This look like they might be at Cash Money Records or something like that, y'all.
And describe to the jurors and tell them by what people are wearing who is seen in that photograph, please.
Jeffrey Williams got on blue shirt, blue pants, and
man, this lawyer ruthless. He willing to show Thug throwing up gang signs, but he in blue. So that just fucked them all up. Hold on, I thought you said he a blood. I thought you said he this, he that. But he's sitting here in blue. Y'all telling me he big slime, so something ain't right. Y'all the one put that out there. What else y'all might be wrong about?
This nut, he got on a white shirt with plaid shorts.
And you use the name Nut. N-U-T, does that sound right?
Yes.
And do you, by any chance, if you don't, that's fine, know what Nut's government given name is?
Yes.
Can you tell the ladies and gentlemen jury?
He know damn well he know what Nut government name is.
Donovan Thomas.
And by looking at, if you know, Mr. Williams number 13, who posted this photograph of Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas, Donovan Thomas, on social media?
Do I know who posted it?
Yeah. Do you know whose Instagram account it was?
Yes. Nut.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen jury who Instagram account posted it.
Nut.
Imagine throwing up gang signs with the same nigga that allegedly in trial right now for killing you or having you killed. Allegedly now. This trial is about the murder of this dude right here that's in the picture with Young Thug. Did he get this man killed? That's what this trial is about. And they're starting to get to it. Get to that point.
And for some people who may not know, can you explain what it means by posting on your social media account? What does that mean?
Uploading an image from your phone to the internet.
Okay. And at the top, you see where it says big business underscore NPNT underscore nut?
Yes.
Do you recognize that as somebody's social media handle?
Yes.
Whose social media handle is that?
Nut.
And then, Mr. Kokomo, if you don't mind just scrolling to the bottom. If you know, you see where it says in the first line 444 likes, you see that?
Yes.
If you don't know, just say I'm not sure. What does it mean with the number 444 and the word likes next to it?
He just basically asked him what, hey, did a lot of people like the shit? It's Facebook though. 400 likes, that's a lot of likes.
And then it's written, me and little bro. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And then it has an ampersand, thugger 1. Bullying, erase, blood love. See all that?
Yes.
And whose social media account wrote that? I know you don't know who wrote it, but whose social media account is that attributable to?
Nuts.
Okay. And what date was that posted?
May 26, 2014.
Were you aware whether Mr. Thomas and Mr. Jeffrey Williams were friends?
Your Honor, I'd ask for clarity, vague.
I stand the question. You can rephrase it, sir.
Time frame.
To your knowledge, was Mr. Thomas, Donovan Thomas, and Mr. Williams friends?
Time frame, Your Honor, vague.
I stand the question. Just rephrase it.
Oh yeah. That time frame don't matter. Yeah, they was friends.
Or the death. Well, where were you? If you remember, I know dates are not good. Do you remember where you were the end of 2014, beginning of 2000, let's say January 2015, if you know?
In 2014.
If you don't know, it's fine.
Yeah. Jail.
You were in custody?
Yes.
In jail?
Yeah.
Okay. And is that for the end of 2014 going to beginning of 2015?
He took all that time to tell us he was in jail. I could have told you was in jail, boy. Come on, man. All that time to tell us you was in jail. Every dude know exactly what years they been in jail.
Yes.
But you're clearly out in some point of early 2015 because you told the jury about being sent home from the rodeo tour. You remember that?
Yes.
And you were clearly out on your birthday in 2015, April 26th.
Yes.
Is that true? Okay. All right. At the time that you were in custody, put in custody, in 2014, do you remember when that was? And if you don't, that's fine.
At the time when I was in custody?
Yeah, were you in custody the end of 2014 going into beginning of 2015? If you know. And if you don't know, that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you remember approximately when you were arrested and put in custody in 2014?
Yes.
Approximately when was it?
I think that's the date we've been just going over. October 14th, October 2014. I don't know the exact date.
Hey, she jumped up like she seen something. Y'all seen that? She jumped up like she caught something.
That's fine. And that was shown days ago with that allegation when you were arrested.
That's how I remember. Yeah.
Okay. So let's use that as a date. At that time, October 2014, do you know whether Mr. Williams...
Yep, got that nigga in another motherfucking lie. We gonna roadshow black ass.
Williams and Mr. Thomas were friends?
Objection, Your Honor, as to vagueness. Same objection.
Let's see if he knows. I'll consider the objection based on the next response.
If you know.
Yes.
Were they friends?
Yes.
I'll hold the objection.
Yes, Your Honor.
And this May 26, 2014, who is referring to who? So you tell us the speakers as Little Bra. Who is Little Bra as you read that on social media? All right.
Nut.
All right. April 26, 2015, your birthday, okay? Prosecutor was asking you these questions on that day, and you remember going into the compound to see an entertainer that you really liked. Remember you talked about paying $500, et cetera?
Yes.
Okay, that's a damn...
Dummy. Paying $500 to go see Lil Wayne.
Talking about. Are you aware at some point that the tour bus of Lil Wayne was supposedly shot?
Yes.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen jury what information you have at all that Jeffrey Williams was in any way involved with the shooting of that tour bus.
Now, if he was really gonna snitch, this would have been the time where he could have really just closed the whole case. Could have shut shit down. But that ain't what he did. So he kind of selective snitching right now. If that's a thing.
Any at all?
Your Honor.
You have an objection, madam?
I do not.
Okay, all right. Go ahead. Can you answer the question, sir?
I don't have any information at all.
Okay. Now, you've been to concerts, musical concerts, fair to say?
Yes.
Have you ever been to a sporting event, Hawks game, something like that?
I've been to a sporting event. Yes.
And at the
Pretty
sporting
much,
event,
have
that you
y'all
went
ever
to,
hung out?
were they selling, you call it merchandise? Were people selling merchandise, if you remember?
I know that they sell merchandise there.
Okay. When you were shown earlier a red hat, and it said, Bompton, B-O-M-P-T-O-N, you remember seeing that video or the photograph, rather?
Yes.
Was that being sold at a show?
Yes.
And do people make money off of that?
Yes.
And do you know whether any YSL merchandise or merch is sold at shows?
Yes, yeah.
And do you know whether people can buy YSL merchandise over the internet?
Yes.
And do you know whether people can buy Spider merchandise over the internet?
Yes.
And is all this a business?
Yes.
Have a record label, YSL?
Yes.
And does he promote his records, albums, music, mixtapes, whatever it is, through YSL?
Yes.
If you know, and if you don't know, just say I don't know. Has that record label also been bought by a publicly traded company?
Objection, basis.
If he knows.
I'll rule the objection, madam.
I don't know somebody about it.
You don't know?
No.
That's fine. Okay. that Jeffrey also performs with other people in music?
Yes.
And do you know some of the artists that Jeffrey has performed with? And if yes, tell the jury.
Yes.
Objection as to relevance.
As Your Honor, for his living, not a member of a...
I sustain it. I should say I'm going to overrule the objection. He can testify that if he knows.
Post Malone.
Okay. And what type of music is Post Malone known for?
Rock and roll.
Watch out, the bloggers gonna be like, man, he's snitching on Post Malone. No. Man, dang, he done snitched on Lil Wayne. He done snitched on Post Malone. He done snitched on every rapper he named. Every rapper, Lil Uzi Vert, every rapper that get named in here, they gonna say he snitched on him. That's how the black community work. Y'all know. Oh, man. We just need somebody to say, hey, he snitched on him. He did it to him.
Roll. Different. I don't know what kind of artist it is. I said that because that one like.
That's fine.
Ones I like.
Do you know whether Mr. Williams has ever done work with, an artist named Rihanna?
Yes.
Okay. Elton John?
Yes.
Has Mr. Williams, to your knowledge, does he have a song out with Elton John?
Yes.
Is it a popular?
He's about to
Does he know
start.
the artist Ed Sheeran?
He's about to start just naming a whole bunch of names, kind of name dropping like a mug. I'm talking about.
Yeah, country.
Country. And did Mr. Williams, to your knowledge, have a gigantic country hit?
Yes.
How about Latin music?
He got this nigga thinking like, bruh, this man been doing stuff that you can't even imagine, bruh. And that's why you been hating, right? Everybody try to make it look like he's salty and everything, man. And it really, I don't know what the man issue is, man. He just had some, you know what I'm saying? He dealt with what he had to deal with. He fucked up. He in a bad situation right now.
I know it's several different genres.
Okay. Do you know whether Mr. Williams has performed in almost every continent in the world?
Yeah.
Do you know whether he's performed in front of over 300,000 people as the headliner?
Objection, Your Honor.
I sustain the question.
When Jeffrey Williams...
It's like she got a button that she just pressed. You don't even see her even lift her head or... That shit effortless.
You were asked a series of questions. On direct examination, that means when the prosecutor was asking questions, about whether the conduct of YSL and its associates and members enhanced the notoriety, the respect, the reputation. Tell the ladies and gentlemen jury how crime on Cleveland Avenue committed by YSL.
Man, you know this, how they talk without talking, that's impressive.
You or its members help Jeffrey Williams, when you answer those questions, get respect, reputation, image, notoriety, street credibility.
Objection as to relevance and objection as to the court will
I
get the law.
sustain the question.
Your Honor, this goes directly to questions asked on direct examination.
Gotta make them still objectionable, though. So, I'm gonna sustain the objection at this point in time.
Tell the jury how Jeffrey Williams benefits from YSL, the criminal street.
Now, he should have been just asked this damn question. This is the $1 million question. But I get what he was doing. It took him to get to this question to understand why he just ran down all the songs, all the features that this man has done. Hey, he did a song with Rihanna having. He done songs across 7 different genres, right? He done been to 24 different countries. Why in the fuck would he need to be a part of y'all little bullshit y'all got going on where you robbing women and shit? He did all that just to do that big old flex right there and ask that very simple question. Listen to it again.
How Jeffrey Williams benefits from YSL, the criminal street.
He ain't got no benefit. I don't feel like he benefit. He don't benefit.
Okay.
Oh, I ain't have to put it on too long.
Earlier, you went through in the indictment with me. You were kind enough when it was y'all just start bringing his money. Remember 24 M's on and remember that. And I know what you testified to, the jurors will remember. But why? Explain to jurors why would Jeffrey Williams need money from you or anybody else living on Cleveland Avenue? I'm not trying to insult anybody. Just answer that question if you don't mind.
Objection as to speculation.
I sustain the question.
Do you ever give Jeffrey Williams any money?
No.
Money is a hard commodity to get for you, isn't it?
Yes.
And for many people on Cleveland Avenue.
Okay, the reason he's trying to highlight this point is because he want to make sure he's separated where you don't think that the jury don't think that they were giving Thug any money for any criminal activities like selling drugs. You were selling your drugs for yourself. You weren't selling them and then bringing it to Young Thug as the boss. This man is all around the country selling out shows, doing songs with Rihanna and Elton John and, you know, Latino music. So he doesn't need y'all petty crimes. He actually tried to get you out of the game. He actually tried to give you something to do, something where you could save up, something you can feed your kids and get out of the type of activity that you was in. But the only bad thing about it is they didn't know that he was going to be as big as he was. And as he was blowing up, that's when they were committing these crimes. They're going back and just grabbing stuff from the past. Because, of course, Thug had kind of grew out of that. You would want to think from the speculation of it, because, I mean, there's no way he could have time to be kicking it with these fools all the time like that. But I could be wrong. Hey, you can't underestimate these rappers these days. They damn sure bring along all the niggas that'll hold their ass back.
Is that fair to say?
Objection,
I
speculation.
sustain the question.
That's my bad.
Out. Being upset with Quentin Porter, Lou, remember? And you wanted to separate from Rockford, you remember that?
Yeah.
You want to separate from him, Mr. Quentin Porter, right?
Yeah.
And Jeffrey took on the YSL as his record label to sing about. Is that true?
Yeah.
As Jeffrey's popularity grew, did a lot of people in the neighborhood start singing and saying we're YSL?
Yes.
Was there any rule to get into YSL?
No.
So pretty much anybody can claim YSL. I'm YSL. Nah, I ain't YSL. Hell nah. No. You don't want to claim YSL right now.
Jeffrey, to your knowledge, stop somebody from saying, I'm YSL?
No.
Could Jeffrey stop someone from putting a tattoo on their face, their arm, their...
Objection as to speculation and compound.
I sustain the question.
Do you know whether Jeffrey could stop someone from putting a tattoo on their body?
Objection as to speculation.
Still speculation, Mr. Steele. I sustain the objection.
Could he stop you from putting a tattoo on your body?
No.
And you said earlier that people were copying, this is my word, Jeffrey. I think your word was, he was trending or something like that. You remember that?
Yes.
And he was clearly now singing about YSL, right?
Yeah.
He was clearly wearing certain clothing a certain way, right?
Yes.
And he was clearly being followed by others, true?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor, as to speculation.
I stand with your last question of speculation.
Do you know from social media people outside of Cleveland Avenue starting to dress like Jeffrey? If you know from social media.
And he just trying to get him caught up in some more shit. Just trying to like, nigga, you been watching, right? Then you notice that the whole world started trying to dress like, talk like, act like Young Thug, right? And he just want to make sure he want to let the jury know, man, this just is some built up animosity. This dude here, he's on the stand trying to testify against my client because of his downfalls in life. That's going to be the narrative the whole time. And there's probably some truth to it. I don't know.
Objection as to why they would be dressing. Speculation.
Let's see if he knows he has any basis. Can you answer that question?
Can you say it again? Yeah. My bad. When y'all do that, I lose my train of thought. My bad.
That is not your bad. That's Mr. Stevens. On social media, did you recognize people dressing like Jeffrey as his popularity grew?
Yes.
And that's outside of Cleveland Avenue, right?
Yes.
And do you know from social media people outside of Cleveland Avenue, outside of our country, tattooing YSL on their bodies?
Yes.
And putting Jeffrey's face tattooed on their calves?
Yes.
On their stomachs?
Yes. I met a girl, she had it on her arm.
I couldn't hear you.
I said I met a girl, she had it on her arm.
She had Jeffrey's image of his face on her arm?
Yeah.
And
now that's wild. That's wild.
What?
But that proves a point. The defense lawyer proved a good point right there. Anybody can just get into what they call this YSL gang. Anybody can claim YSL. People tattooing it on their face. You got females that's gonna tattoo this man's face on their arm. Music is a powerful thing. It is a powerful thing.
and also have Jeffrey's lyrics on their bodies.
I don't think I've seen no lyrics, but it's possible. So.
No, that's fine. And also have YSL tattooed on their bodies from the internet.
Yes.
Jeffrey became wildly popular, right?
Yes.
And from your area that you grew up in and that he was there a short period of time,
Yeah.
who else from that area is that popular?
Nobody. Excuse me.
Something marketable that people like.
Objection, speculation.
I sustain the objection.
I'm proud of him.
Yes.
He did something. Were you shocked at what he did? From where he came from?
Objection.
Amazed.
I sustain the question as form. Rephrase, Mr. Steele.
Okay. How would you describe, in your own words, how you feel about the fact where Jeffrey, you know where he came from, to where he grew? Did you ever think that was possible?
I feel like anything possible, but yeah, it was amazing to me.
To your knowledge, do you know whether people say that they know Jeffrey who really don't know him?
Objection, speculation.
I sustain the question.
Have you ever been in a situation where you knew that someone did not know Jeffrey, but they claimed to be able to contact him?
Objection, foundation, and
I sustain the question.
That's a good question, but she don't want that to get out there in any shape or form. But he gonna try to get that question in there. Because it's an important question. How many people just come around and claim that they know somebody and go to windmilling for somebody, claiming they'll get a life, they'll go to jail for a person that they like what they do as a celebrity. They don't know this person in real life, but they will give they'll give their firstborn child to a person that can rap good, to a person that can run a football, to a person that can shoot a basketball. Idolizing celebrities and athletes and all that for what? There needs to be the God-fearing people. Man, I can't imagine if somebody come and be 10 foot tall and you feel like they, I ain't gonna, hell, bigger than that, come out the sky or something. Y'all gonna bow down. All this God, you believe in God stuff, a lot of people they gonna forget about their religion. I ain't lying.
Now,
People will praise, man, it's crazy. This is wild.
Jeffrey, you said, gave opportunities to you and others. Fair to say?
Yes.
And although he wouldn't give anyone money, would Jeffrey be free to open his house to others?
Yes.
And if they needed a place to stay, could they come to his home?
Yeah, if he knew you, yeah.
If he knew you.
Yeah.
And how about vehicles? If somebody needed a vehicle, to your knowledge, would Jeffrey let people drive cars that he had?
Yes.
Tell ladies and gentlemen, jury, if you know about how people can get cars if they know Jeffrey in his home.
Can I speak from my experience?
Yes.
The drawer in his house with all the keys, and he just, I don't even ask. I just grab them.
This nigga say he don't even ask, he just grab them. Either you one cool ass homeboy or you just one ain't shit ass homeboy.
Watch closely. You're about to experience a nigga moment.
And what type of cars are we talking about? I know they change over time. Just give me an example. The type of cars we're talking
Can I
about.
speak from my experience?
Sure.
I've driven Rolls Royce truck, Bentley truck, Jeep truck. Yeah, I've driven a lot of them.
And from your experience and knowledge, would Jeffrey rent cars for other people if they needed a car?
Yeah.
In his own name?
Yeah.
And did other people, including yourself, at times, were you able to rent a car? Did you have a credit card?
No.
But Jeffrey would do that for you and others?
Yes.
And would he ask any questions about where you would take in the Bentley Jeep, or was it just, here you go?
Sometimes I didn't even know I was gone.
He just be sneaking out, just taking a nigga shit. But he just told what type of homeboy he is. Yeah, he just told what type of homeboy he is. He one of them homeboys that go sneak one of the cars out, go flexing, rob something, have a nigga and all type of shit, man. Or, Thug might have ain't give a fuck. He might have known he didn't give a fuck. Either if Thug didn't give a fuck, that's cool. But why would you be on the stand when a dude when somebody was rocking with you to the point where whatever I got, you got? Thug kept it too real with you, bro. He kept it too real with you. Because if he got 5 brothers or 4 brothers and 6 sisters, whatever it is, and he still would show the love to you and let you come around his house, be around his cars where you got the access to be able to, change your life, come get a job, bro. Come save up your money, get out the streets. And you could have changed your surroundings. Everybody could have changed their surroundings. But at the same time, I think all of this happened after the death of Nut. So I think all of them probably did come to some kind of change of thought and all that and started trying to get to better days. But the feds was already on them after the murder of Nut. And I think that's that's where the whole investigation started anyway, allegedly. So I think that maybe they was planning on getting themselves right, but you can't. What was done in the dark came to the light.
Same with rental cars?
Yeah.
Now, to get to the rodeo tour, I know you were sent home. Is it fair to say you were sent home by plane?
Yes.
To get out to the rodeo tour, were you taking a tour bus? When I say you, did Jeffries have a tour bus? And if you don't remember, so...
No, I don't remember how I got there. Nah, I ain't think so, but.
How about from city to city?
Yeah, that was stupid, yeah.
And if you were aware, was Jeffrey sleeping on the walkway of the tour bus to let other people sleep in the beds?
Yeah. Everybody just fall asleep anyway. Wherever you can.
Couldn't hear you, I apologize.
You just fall asleep wherever you got space to fall asleep.
And did Jeffrey make it known that he wanted to show people there is life outside of Cleveland Avenue?
Objection, Your Honor.
I sustain the question.
Was this the first time that you really ever, except for jails and custody, I'm excluding that. Was this really the first time, because of Jeffrey Williams, that you and others ever left the area that you grew up in, born?
Objection as to others.
I sustain the question.
If he knows.
As to form.
Let's talk about yourself.
I wouldn't ever, nah, I ain't leave out of 285 for real.
And
what?
What? I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Man, this man said he ain't left outside at 285. Y'all realize this man had never left outside of his neighborhood? Never had left outside of his neighborhood. Now flew around the damn country. First chance he got, crashed out.
how about private planes, airplanes? Do you know whether Jeffrey would take private planes to travel?
Yes.
And would he allow other people to see what it's like to fly?
Yes.
And these are all new experiences.
Yes.
And would you ever experience the fact that there's life outside of Cleveland Avenue?
Objection.
It's kind of vague. I'll sustain the question as to form, Mr. Steele. Before you pose the next question, ladies and gentlemen, how about a comfort break?
All right, get done with the comfort break, and then they're gonna come back. And this is a fairly short trial today, so it ain't gonna take too much longer. You know, we probably got about another 15 minutes. So I'm only stopping through the significant parts. I think he's just more. Oh, we're about to get to a good part. We're about to get when some of these pictures and stuff, what it looks like. So they took about a 10-15 minute comfort break.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, growing up in the area that you grew up in, how many law enforcement officers came to you with opportunities for jobs?
No.
Well, they coming to them now for jobs. They'll never come to you for jobs to try to help you get a job, but until you get caught up in the RICO Act, now he getting all kind of jobs for the law enforcement.
How about law enforcement officers who gave you encouragement to lead a better life? Tell the jury.
Oh yeah, you're right. This definitely is a state case. This GBI, I keep forgetting. You're right.
No.
You mentioned with the honorable prosecutor, King Slime was something that Jeffrey is referred to as. You remember that?
Yes.
Do you know if that is any way tied to some sort of criminality, that name?
No.
Now, Slime, you mentioned earlier Lil Wayne, remember?
Yes.
And I believe you testified earlier that by listening to Lil Wayne's music in about 2011, 12, I know dates are...
Objection, Your Honor, to the testifying.
I'll stand the question.
I'm not worried about dates. But before you ever used, with Jeffrey, or anybody in that circle used Slime, where did you hear that term?
From the music artist, from Wayne.
Okay, from the musical artist, Lil Wayne? Okay.
I think he's trying to get across to the jury that the slime phrase that this prosecutor is trying to use and trying to act like this is a derogatory phrase that the gang used and everything. He's trying to get across like he didn't make up this term. This was a term being used by Lil Wayne. This is an influence from Lil Wayne. If y'all mad at anybody, hey, y'all need to be mad at Lil Wayne. This why they got tattoos on their face. They mimicking Lil Wayne. They wanted to be gangsters. They want to be part of Sex, Money, Murder. They want to be a little bit of Lil Wayne. This is what the hip hop has influenced these young guys to do. And they're a product of their environment. Jeffrey made it out. They didn't. Allow him to go back to what he was doing best. And that's getting back to his music and teaching the rest of these young black boys that go tat up your motherfucking face and depend on being a gangster and a big slime, and hey, you can make it one day too. You could be that 1 out of a billion too. But there's gonna be a whole bunch of y'all niggas that's gonna die and go to jail in the meanwhile of trying to be like your favorite rapper. I ain't lying. But let's see what we got.
Are you familiar with the song Look at Me Now?
Yes.
Do you know it came out in 2011? If you don't, just say I don't know the year.
I don't know the year.
Who sings Look at Me Now? The song you know.
Lil Wayne and Chris Brown.
Okay. In that song, do you know whether Lil Wayne refers to slime?
Yes.
Is that one of the songs that
Oh man, they gonna say he's snitching on Chris Brown too. They gonna say he snitched on Busta Rhymes. He done snitched on everybody. Cause Lil Wayne came in there and said slime. How many times Wayne said slime in that video?
you adopted slime, the use of the word slime?
No, that's not. That song probably, that's song kind of new. Well, it ain't.
Get that work in, hey yo. Good luck to you, brother.
Yeah, no, but yeah.
It was maybe a different song?
It's the same. You asked me what song? Oh.
Yeah. Another question. Do you remember what song? If you don't, that's fine.
No, I don't remember.
That's fine. Okay. Now, I'd like to show you what I've marked as Mr. Williams' number 12.
Okay, here they got another photo, y'all. Here we go.
How do you recognize number 12?
It's an album cover.
And is number 12 depict the way that you understand and you've seen the album cover in the past?
Yes.
Is there?
Now, this is the part of Young Thug career that lost me. I wouldn't have mind being, you know, a Young Thug fan or whatever, and, you know, checking out his music more, but this is when I felt like he wasn't like what I aligned with. And this is when he put out the album cover of him in the dress.
Anything different about number 12 versus the album cover that you've seen in the past?
No.
And do you recognize the person in number 12, Mr. Williams?
Yes.
And is there any doubt in your mind that number 12 is not accurate of what the album cover looks like that you've seen in the past? So let me ask you a better question. Is number 12 accurate to the album cover that you've seen in the past?
He's doing a different pose, but this from the album cover though.
All right, defendant Williams 12 is a dating which is usually very.
That in Mr. Williams number 12.
Now, do y'all remember this? Now, there was another pose. I think he had a gun or something.
Jeffrey Williams.
And what color is the garment? What colors are the garment that Mr. Williams is shown wearing in number 12?
White top and blue bottom, sky blue.
Now, right here, they expose the humiliation ritual. Because look what we got here. We got this man in a whole dress. He got to be looking at himself in court like, damn, I remember I did that dumb ass shit. And that's when I sold out.
Blue bottom.
And how about the hat?
White. White top, yeah.
And the hat, and if you answer that question, just say I've answered the question.
Yes.
Okay.
White.
Okay. And how would you describe, if you could describe that garment? You say that that's a dress?
Yes.
Okay. And how many entertainers did you know at the time, male entertainers, were wearing dresses on their album covers?
Form of the question. I'll sustain the question.
Did you ever see another album cover with the entertainer in a dress who's a man?
Objection.
Sustained.
Dude, he got on lipstick too? I know he painted his nails and shit.
How about the necklace? You see the necklace or the necklaces on Mr. Williams?
Yes.
How would you describe how many necklaces do you see?
I just know there's several of them.
Okay, that's fine. And would you describe the top 2 necklaces as tight around the neck?
Yes.
Do you remember which album this is from, the album cover?
Jeffrey?
Okay.
Yeah.
They made this nigga make an album cover of him as a whole bitch and name it his name. Like, this is the real me, Jeffrey, in my dress and, you know what I'm saying, all that shit there. He got to be looking at this shit now. And this is what like, come on, bro. If you wouldn't want to see your son doing that shit, don't sit there. Well, I guess some of these niggas don't mind. I don't know. Let me mind my business. I'm just a blogger, y'all. I'm just a blogger. I'm just a blogger. I have no opinion and I have no problem with any man dressing up. But don't come crying to the hood community, to the heterosexual community, when your ass, you know, saying gotta pay for your deviance that you put out there in the world. That's all I'm saying.
And
don't expect me to feel sorry for you.
Your knowledge, did this album, was it widely popular on social media?
Yes.
Are you familiar with whether Jeffrey has children?
My bad, keep yawning. Yes.
And do you know how many, and tell the ladies and gentlemen jury, how many children Jeffrey has?
I don't know the exact. I think about 5 or 6.
Fine. And do you remember growing up calling a location Haiti?
Yes.
Explain that to the ladies and gentlemen jury, what Haiti is.
Set apartments on Cleveland Avenue.
And do you know why it's called Haiti? Or why you call it Haiti?
Yes.
Tell the jury.
It was from my understanding of what the actual place Haiti was like. It was, from my understanding, Haiti was like run down.
The country?
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Do you know, did you place on your body a tattoo with the word Haiti?
Yes.
Did we see that earlier when you were being shown pictures of tattoos?
No, it's on my leg. No, it's on my leg.
That's fine. Do you know, if you know, is one of Jeffrey's daughters named Haiti?
Yes.
And do you know, if you know, does Jeffrey have his children tattoos, names on his...
Objection, relevance.
That's the objection. Are you familiar with Jeffrey's tattoos? Or some of them? How about on his face?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know whether Jeffrey has Haiti on his face, tattooed on his face, if you know?
No, I think Haiti on his chest.
That's fine. Okay. Jonesboro South.
What?
You know Jeffrey to come from there?
Yes.
Okay. Until it was torn down?
Yes.
Does Jeffrey have Jonesboro South, if you know, tattooed on his body?
Yes.
Where would that be, if you know?
Oh, yeah, that's what's on his chest.
Okay.
My bad.
It's okay. So Jonesboro South is tattooed on Jeffrey's chest as far as your memory?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Do you remember there being a McDonald's on Cleveland Avenue at one time?
Yes.
Do you know the address by any chance?
No.
That's fine. Do you know the, can you tell, ladies and gentlemen, jury, some of the businesses that are around that McDonald's? Well, let's start here. Make sure we're talking about the same McDonald's. Do you know the cross streets that McDonald's that you're talking about, to make sure that I'm talking about the same one?
Yeah.
What streets?
Like Mount Zion and Cleveland Avenue.
Question: would you build a website for a major brand?
So I don't think they're getting too far. Damn it. Damn, y'all.
And can you tell, ladies and gentlemen, jury, what stores are?
He just pretty much just just pretty much just letting this man just tell who he is. He's just a neighborhood trapper, man.
A parts store, a gas station.
When that McDonald's was operating or in business, when it was open to the public, do you know whether it had any cameras, surveillance cameras? Did you ever notice that?
I probably wasn't paying attention to him.
That's fine.
Phrase, please.
Let me show you what I don't believe is admitted.
Oh shit. What do you got?
Yes. I'm going to. Can you take a look at that? Just orient yourself. Williams number 1. As of the time that this photograph was taken, whatever time, is it accurate as far as what your memory and the surrounding areas that you described to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Object is to fairness.
I stand in objection.
What that 53?
Foundation, if you can, Mr. Steele.
Is Mr. Williams number 1 accurate of what it depicts or what it shows?
Yes.
Okay. And is there anything from your observations in the past, anything different about number 1 as to the general layout of those buildings and those streets?
No.
Your Honor, I just asked for a little bit more clarity, or asked for it.
There's another objection.
At what time, or what year is it that the imagery in Defendant's Exhibit number 1 reflect? What year is it that you're talking about that it accurately reflects? Do you know?
What year this picture was taken?
Yeah, yes.
No.
When you were asked by Mr. Steele, does it reflect the year that you remember? What did you understand him to be saying?
I thought he said that this area, I understood him to be saying that this how this area look, ever.
Ever?
Yeah.
Okay, at what time did that area look like that?
I remember them remodeling this McDonald's, so since them remodeling this McDonald's, that's how it looked.
And around the time, no exact year, just, do you have any frame of reference to tell me when they remodeled that McDonald's?
I remember when they remodeled it and it started looking like that.
All right, fair enough. Your Honor, I would ask for a little bit more clarity as to the time frame or something, but.
They still need some more foundation, Mr. Steele. I'm standing objection for the time here.
How about using the October 2014 date? I'm just talking about that arrest that you referred to.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so they had to definitely try to throw a bone in that, because I'm pretty sure he's getting around to the time where they might have had an arrest around that store. We ain't got much to go, y'all. We still, definitely trying to make sure we cover the whole day without missing any good parts, because we got day 18 tomorrow, and I want to be on time with that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
At and before, around that time, is that the way that area looked? Before you were arrested, approximately October 2014.
This McDonald's looked like this before I left for prison.
Okay. And when did you leave for prison, unfortunately?
2015.
He talking about unfortunately. Really? So when did you leave for prison, unfortunately? Man, niggas say that like they leaving for college. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember it looking like that before I went to college.
Your Honor, I move for the admission of number 1.
No objection.
Team one's admitted that he publishes you see that.
Sorry. Okay, to use that with another witness, Your Honor, but thank you, sir. With regards to snitch, do you remember the district attorney asking you about a snitch?
Hey, he tried to slide that in there real slick. Hey, you know, regards to everybody calling you a snitch. Hey, you want to talk about that right about now?
What that word meant to you?
Yeah.
And you said something, the effect of a person who works with the police. Did you say something like
Your
that?
Honor. Mischaracterization.
Did you say something like that?
Yes.
Now, to you, since you asked about by district attorney, does a snitch mean someone who lies?
Good question.
Okay. And does a snitch mean somebody who was given an incentive? That may be a bad word. Let me change it. Is a snitch someone who benefits by testifying for the prosecution? Is that your understanding?
Oh.
It could.
You were asked about rat. Remember the district attorney asked you about rat? And if you don't remember, just say I don't remember.
I thought she said snitch. I know. I thought she just was talking about snitch.
Okay. All right. I want to talk with you. Do you remember being asked questions about something called false flagging? Do you remember something like that?
Yes.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury how you, Mr. Stevens, understand the phrase false flagging. If at all, in any context, the way you understood the question.
I really understand what she asked.
Okay.
He ain't gonna answer that question. Well, you know what false
Have you heard
flag
that term
is,
before?
but-
Yes.
Do you know, and if you don't know, say fine. It's good. It's all good. It's what you know. Do you know, and can you tell us what false flagging means to you in the context of a supposed criminal street gang? Can you tell, ladies and gentlemen, what you understand, if at all? If you say I don't understand what you're saying, just say I don't know what you're talking about.
Is he about to volunteer snitch? Because he's not talking to the prosecution right now. So he doesn't have to answer this incriminating or this question. It's like the prosecution and the defense are working together at this point. Because he's asking you some police-ass questions. And how do anybody sit here and answer all these questions lawfully with this woman just staring their ass down like this? This shit is creepy. They need to put this lady somewhere where nobody can see her. Cause that just look weird where somebody just staring you down, and I know he has to feel like that sometimes too.
I'm only familiar with it because of like things I done heard, so I don't know if what I heard was true. So
that's fine.
There you go, lying again.
Okay.
For no damn reason.
I want to go back to criminal street gang YSL. Okay?
Yeah.
You testified to that earlier in your testimony. Remember that?
Right.
All right. To join YSL, is there any type of pamphlet or Bible or rules that you're aware of if somebody wants to be YSL gang?
No.
Do you know whether in order to claim that they're part of YSL, somebody has to be beaten in? Do you know what beaten in means?
Yeah.
You learned that in juvenile detention center, juvenile jail?
Yeah.
Is there any, to your knowledge, is there any type of requirement that to become a member or an associate of YSL, you have to be beaten in?
No, I know for a fact you don't have to be beaten.
How about to leave YSL criminal? I'm just talking about criminal street gang YSL that you described earlier. Is there any type of beating out to get out?
No.
Any type of being sexed in, maybe a bad term, somebody having sexual relations with a number of people in order to become a member of YSL? Is that anything like that?
No.
How about paying money to enroll? Is there anything like that?
No.
How about paying money to get out of criminal street gang YSL? Anything like that?
No.
Is it true, from your understanding, your experience, in your testimony that anybody can claim to be YSL?
Yes.
Do you have to know them and approve them?
No.
Do they owe anything to you?
No.
Do they have to come to you and say, I am going to commit a crime and on behalf of YSL? Does anything like that happen?
No.
So this man just pretty much broke him down in a couple of questions, because nothing that they've been accusing Young Thug of being the leader of has anything to do with him and his YSL. It's like he has a gang of his own that he calls YSL on the side, and anybody can join. You ain't gotta, if you know him, you could be an associate of YSL, according to his testimony. If you know him, you can be an associate. If you really know him, you can be part of the gang. And he's part of the gang, and he pushing for stuff for the gang because he allegedly selling drugs, but he's not giving the money to Young Thug for the gang. Seems like he just pretty much freeload because, you know, him and Thug was rapping together earlier. That's all I got out of this. And it turned into, you know, Thug's biggest snitch. Well, not the biggest, because we got a lot more snitches coming up. This just snitch number 1. They had 28 of them. Yeah, they wanted to ask him about the sex in and sex out. Does any of the members, is there any special thing that you have to do to be YSL? Anybody can claim YSL. So the defense lawyer is doing a good job. All these people you talking about, a YSL, they part of my gang and all that. I created a record label. I ain't create no gang where just anybody can join, anybody can go and kill for YSL, go do this and do that, and say they part of YSL. They doing a bad job of showing that everything that all these crimes that all these random people are doing, they're doing in the name of furthering the gang that Young Thug is the kingpin of. That's the only thing that I'm seeing there's a problem in. Y'all doing a good job of showing how, you know, shitty these niggas is on the streets.
Okay, with regards Woody?
Yes.
To Kenneth Copeland. Woody, remember we were talking about Woody?
Yes.
Now, Kenneth Copeland, YSL Woody, that's the dude that we did the live on where he was in the interrogation room and he was mentioning that he was telling Thug he need to stop doing what he doing before the feds get him. But pretty much he kept getting locked up. He kept snitching. And he probably knew Thug the same type of way. They grew up in, you know, probably apartment buildings or whatever. Probably committed a couple of little petty crimes before Thug blew up as the rapper. Thug let these dudes hang around, kick it. Tried to get them out the hood. A lot of them couldn't get out of their own way. But he used them as his soldiers on the streets when he was coming up through the pipeline. Now that he want to leave that lifestyle alone, these dudes are easier to catch than he was. So once they got caught, they told what his role was way before he started elevating to the person that he is now. So this is a bad case of this man past coming back to haunt him. Because he also, all this stuff he did now, doing all these different genres of music and doing with all these different artists, he wasn't doing that back then when they were committing these crimes, when they was trying to get nut up out of there. He was just he was just getting a little buzz.
If you know, if you don't know, just say, I don't know. Is he from the Cleveland Avenue area?
No.
Do you know what area Mr. Kenneth Copeland or Woody is from? If you know, and if you don't know, just say, I don't know.
I think from Canada. Or Carver Homes, one of them. Carver Homes.
Carver Homes?
Yeah.
And when you say one of them, what was the other one?
Mechanicsville.
or Mechanicsville?
Yeah.
Some of the jurors may not be familiar with those areas. Just use, if you don't mind, and if you know, use Cleveland Avenue and describe where would Carter Homes be compared to Cleveland Avenue at the time you're talking about, at some time.
Both of those places probably 15-minute driving distance
from Cleveland Avenue.
Yeah.
And if you know Carter Homes and Mechanicsville, how close are they to each other if you can orient the jurors to that? If you know, and if you don't know, just say, I'm not sure. Approximating, right?
Right.
Okay. When is the first time that you remember meeting with Woody? Like, my word would be hanging out with. That may be a bad term, but if you know. If you don't know, say, I don't.
No, I don't.
Okay. Okay. What I will mark.
Look like he
Mr.
might have
Williams'
some more
number,
pictures.
I believe I'm up to.
Look like he just set him up. Yeah, pretty much ask him a question, let him answer it, and show him the evidence. Probably gonna be some pictures of him and Woody.
Yes.
Based upon your knowledge and belief.
Yes.
And number 25, if you can look at that. Do you recognize number 25 and the person who's in it?
Yes.
And is that an accurate depiction of the person who you are familiar with in number 25?
Yes.
Do you have any reason to believe that there's been any modifications or changes?
No.
And you know that person to look?
No.
Number 26. Do you recognize the person in number 26?
Okay, so they just going through all the photos one by one. You know, they gotta always confirm that what you're looking at is what you're saying you're looking at. Then it looked like all of them went up to the panel to see. Somebody probably didn't agree with what the fuck about to be shown. So we're almost at the end. They really ain't talking about nothing right now.
Can you, Mr. Stevens? We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9:30. So, since I know you all haven't had lunch and we had, as promised, it's almost 1:40. As promised, it's almost.
Okay, instead of them showing any more evidence, they decided to kill this courtroom at 1:30, 1:40. So there's nothing much left on this for the day. So we're gonna get into it tomorrow and catch it from then on and see what's if any of the other lawyers want to do a cross-examination, and we might end up seeing another witness come up. But tomorrow is the last day of this week that they're going to do any testimony. So they might just have the rest of the lawyers that's going to, have him ask him some questions. And then next week we'll have probably a whole new set of witnesses or snitches one way or another. Hey, it should be nice and interesting. I'll be covering it. I'm definitely going to do something this weekend, man. Y'all look for the sports playoff live this weekend. I'm going to try to get in contact with Cool Legal and a couple of my sports fanatics, man. We do have playoffs coming up, so we do have to have a football conversation. So we'll probably be doing that on Earz to the Streets Gaming and Sports. Cool Legal, if you out there, I'm going to get in contact with you. I'm going to get in contact with the homie Iceberg Thoughts also. And if anybody else wanted, maybe Lord King too, because Philadelphia Eagles, they have to play my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it looked like the Dallas Cowboys are going to be playing, I believe, I got to check. I thought they was playing the 49ers. So it should be, they playing Green Bay. Okay, you'll join that live. Hey, yo, Tristan, cool. Cowboys, y'all might get into the second round of playoffs, man, because if y'all lose to Green Bay, oh, man. But if we beat, I hope we have to play y'all. I would rather play y'all than San Francisco. I would rather come to Dallas and play y'all second round. And I'm not counting my eggs before they hatch. But I feel like we should beat who we're playing. If anybody want to join the pool for this Friday, there's still one more week in the NFL pool. This will be the last week of the NFL pool. So don't miss out. Here, I'll pick a ticket right along with y'all right now. Real quick. Let's see. Never mind. I'll do the ticket tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. I want to make sure I check the injury reports, all that good stuff like that. So if y'all want to play, boss man, what's good, homeboy? If y'all trying to play the pool for next week, it will be the last week. We just wrapping it up, boss man. We just went on here and went over the Young Thug trial. We trying to keep up with it day by day. So, but yeah, if y'all want to play the pool, I'll go over it tomorrow when we finish up this last day of the Young Thug trial for this week. We'll see how much more information come out. It was looking all right for Thug for a minute, but it's starting to look a little sticky. But salute the boss man Blake, man. Y'all make sure y'all go sub up to the boss man Blake. New to the area, Earz to the streets. So we gonna get up out of here. I'm gone. Oh yeah. I'm gonna click up with you, man. I definitely want to do a playoff live this weekend. So if I can get with you, I'll message you, because a couple of other guys are gonna come up here and we can link our lives, man, and have a playoff conversation this weekend, man. My team made the playoffs. I had a guy. We had a fantasy league. I want to make sure that guy gets the recognition. He won both of my fantasy leagues, man. We had one that was 15 man. We had one that was 12 man. So he ended up winning that fantasy league, both of those fantasy leagues. And I definitely want to give some recognition to that. We do a little playoff announcement and see what's going on this weekend in the playoffs. And I'm gonna finish up this Young Thug news for tomorrow. And we'll probably jump into it either Friday or Saturday morning. But I'll hit you up, though. What you say? Hey, yo, Trisha, Iceberg won both. Nah, Dead Blacks won both. Iceberg was in the Super Bowl and won, and Chocolate Candy Lady was in the other Super Bowl. So we did have one female that, was in the Super Bowl. But yeah, I wanna get Lord King. I'm gonna hit Lord King on the line because Lord King is a diehard Philadelphia fan, so he's definitely gonna wanna challenge me when it comes to. I might be able to get me a little bet in on him. I might get me a little bet in, but y'all have a good night.
Turn me up, Slime.
Yeah.
Yeah. We out this bit.
Yeah. Rolling the dough like I'm packing a swisher. Money been been rolling in like it's for dinner. Name me a hoe, any hoe, I don't miss her. I got no feeling, it's hard to remember. Sound like a vet to these other beginners. Start the beat, I be walking in winter. Ran up my cash, people think I'm a lender. Kicked out my snow bunny cause of my temper. Living my life sometimes felt like a genius. Done this before, deja vu, I've been seen this. Niggas in second, I nickname them Venus. Can't hear these niggas, are they speaking English? Stay with the green, but the blue be the cleanest. Play with my money, you'll think I'm the meanest. She want relations, but don't think I peep shit. Thought it was sweet till I told her to leave it. Smoke all the peace, so I roll up the lemonade. Stay on the move, do whatever they give me pay. Look for my cake, but don't need it to save the day. Sip on this drink, niggas sipping on haterade. You just an extra while I'm getting paid to stay. Line up the blunts of exotic. No
hey, y'all drop the homeboy boss man Blake link in the chat, man. Matter of fact, let me get your mod stick.
Banks like a chauffeur drove. I got cash to my right hand, left is the pole. Making money while I'm asleep, so I'm dreaming some more. Cut her off, she gon' find in the street to be cold. Gave her back when she can't be receiving these hoes. In the drop top, blessed be receiving these goals. I ain't selling shit forever, had a key to my soul, yeah.
Hey.
Rolling the dough like I'm packing a swisher. Money been rolling in like it's for dinner. Name me a hoe, any hoe, I don't miss her. I got no feeling, it's hard to remember. Sound like a vet to these other beginners. Start the beat, I be walking in winter. Ran up my cash, people think I'm a lender. Kicked out my snow bunny cause of my temper. I'm in the coupe with no service. Roll a blunt passing truckers who nervous. Looks deceiving, but my eyes stay working. Rent the bag, a bitch did it on purpose. Some of my life, one word, nigga, perfect. Say she wanna go back, now who hurting? I won't speak on the past, I got curtains. I'ma just run with the back and keep splurging. Plenty fakes, but I'm me, I'm one person. I don't post on my story, they lurking. Only digging my back for a purpose. What the fuck I look like buying purses? All these hoes think they deserve a Birkin. Cause she get on her knees and start perking. Then go back to her friends and start chirping. Fuck a relationship, I'm never determined. Niggas try to do what I do, you can't learn it. Beat always frozen, don't matter, I'm burning. Sound the alarm when I drop, that's a warning. I went to sleep and got hit in the morning. 200 cuts, got a limited pouring. 200 thoughts in the spot, couple foreigns. How I be hitting from the back, have a snoring. City to city, a nigga is touring. I'm a hot boy like my nickname is Mercury. Sit on my ass doing nothing, don't work for me. Taking it slow, but the hundreds come urgently. Hope you got pencil and paper to learn this shit. Want me to talk, then I need my interpret fee. Proving her worth, so I'm making her twerk for me. My life is straight in this picture, no curving me. Fuck everybody, how I'm feeling currently. Rolling the dough like I'm packing a swisher. Money been rolling in like it's for dinner. Name me a hoe, any hoe, I don't miss her. I got no feeling, it's hard to remember. Sound like a vet to these other beginners. Start the beat, I be walking in winter. Ran up my cash, people think I'm a lender. Kicked out my snow bunny cause of my temper. Rolling the dough like I'm packing a swisher. Money been rolling in like it's for dinner. Name me a hoe, any hoe, I don't miss her. I got no feeling, it's hard to remember. Sound like a vet to these other beginners. Start the beat, I be walking in winter. Ran up my cash, people think I'm a lender. Kicked out my snow bunny cause of my temper.